Yo, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. I need to breathe, get me up and out of the sheets, onto my feet. Another cup of coffee and me, that's what I need. My eyes puffy, I can't see. I'm too tired to function, but too lost to sleep. Ay, I think I need to be on something medication. I think I need to figure out the segregation. I think I needed just a better education to understand a world that's so complicated. Intoxicated, every night faded, just so I can sleep thinking that it's sated. I feel hated, I feel hatred. I'm lost deep in my mind that I've created. I have dreams where my life is devastated. Feel so real that I wake up shaking. Need thicker skin cause this life is no haven. Nod your head if you get what I'm saying. All these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. Yo, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. I don't really think I understand this world now. Got my head spinning round in a circle. Everybody lacks what they need internal, so they compensate with everything external. Not trying to throw shade, no way. I'm just trying to find the meaning of life, hey. There's happiness if you try to live the right way. Forget about what others have and live your life, hey. Be aware of who you are, what you're good at. Take a step forward, see where your foot's at. Stand tall, stand proud, talk loud. Every word out your mouth has purpose now. You just gotta get rid of the bad thoughts. Hating others cause you know that they got a lie. Forget that though, you got plenty. You're alive in this life, you got time, go get it. All these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. Oh, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. Oh.
Hey, ladies. I just thought I'd come on and do a quick live and let's have a good time. We'll do some laughing and chatting and see how things are going with everybody. And guess what? My girl Joni's here and Kimmy's coming in a little bit. Hey, girl.
Hi.
How are you doing, sunshine?
I'm good. I'm
Are you?
good. Yes, I'm good.
You having a fantastic day?
I'm having a fantastic day.
I got to ask you something.
Hey,
Did,
Eclipse.
did the sun come out for you today?
Well, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, when you're done being greedy, can you send it this way, please?
I know. I do need to send some up. Hey, Sally. Yes, it's been warm here. How warm was it today? It was cloudy a little bit, but yeah, we've had more sun and definitely warm weather we need to send your way. 74, Hub said.
Ah,
I know.
jealous.
I don't mean to flaunt that. Sorry. Hey Lainey. Hey Mary Lynn. Hey Ma Velvy. Yeah, we've had but it did get cold again. I hate to even say that, Dee, because I know that's nothing compared to, how cold it I mean, some of you are even still talking about snow. Wow.
Yeah, the other day. I do it the day today. Today was a warm 48.
Wow. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
but zero sun. Zero.
Oh.
Yeah, just gray clouds. So that's why I was asking you if you're just keeping that sun to yourself.
It whipped up a little bit of rain today, not much. No, last night it did a bit of a storm. So yeah, but I mean, we are enjoying it being warmer. But is everything covered in pollen in your parts?
No.
Okay, it is here. I mean,
Oh, your seasonal allergies. Hey, May.
yeah, the seasonal allergies.
Jan and
Anyway,
May. We got
what do
our
you
we got our
hear?
mods. We got May, Sally, and Jan as our mods.
Yeah, Jan had snow yesterday. Wow. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah. It's already people are wearing shorts and flip flops here. But you know what, you guys? It will be blazing hot here in another month. It will be just the humidity and so hot,
And I
So
won't be jealous of that. So I'm not
yeah,
gonna.
yeah, definitely.
Oh, it was 48 for me too, but it was sunny. Ugh.
Hey, Marilyn.
I just want the sun. Even when it's like 2 degrees, if the sun is shining, it helps you.
Oh, yeah. I love a good storm, but not if people are, I want everybody home for it.
Safe and
Yeah.
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 And
But
man, when it used to rain in Florida, holy cow, did it rain.
yeah.
Oof. I'd never seen rain like that in my whole life. And I was like, oh my God, basically I had to pull over.
Yeah. Like you can't even see in front of you. We had
No.
to pull everything off the porch the other day. And it's a covered porch. Part of it is. But that's how strong the winds were. It was, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, it would have ruined like glass lanterns and stuff like that.
Yeah. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
So, of course, we're just waiting on Kimmy. You know, she's always our last little girl to come.
She just likes to make a little, what do you call that entrance?
Little special, oops, entrance. Yeah, it's great.
I
But she
made
always has
myself
so
an
much
iced
fun.
coffee tea. I didn't go get one.
Hey, Joni, listen, hold up. Hold on, I got something for you. Did you hear it?
No, what was it?
You didn't hear that? Hold on, let's do it like this. Did you hear that?
Was that an ice machine?
That's my iced coffee. I was swirling it.
Oh, no way. So I have a counterfeit made one from my fridge. It's
You
not
said counterfeit.
Mhm. It's not the same. It's mine is giving yours the stink eye saying,
So Chetty had said, surprise, I'm driving home, got together all 5 of my grandchildren today and went to the park. The kids were wearing shorts. Wow. Well, be safe driving, and I'm happy you had all your grandchildren.
we
Cause
laugh
yeah,
at that.
clearly.
We always catch Chatty when she's driving.
I know, right? And Jan, hey, she has a hot coffee.
Oh, see, I will feel grown up when I drink hot coffee. I have had one. It's not that I
I'm
haven't.
not old enough yet.
Yeah, I feel that way.
I'll be 63 this year, and I keep saying I'm not old enough yet. Stop it. Stop the madness.
Oh,
So we're gonna try. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I apologize.
no,
Um,
no, okay.
we're gonna try something new. I think it's two truths and a lie. We're gonna try to play, and I think we'll wait for when Kimmy gets in here. Did you see it in the chat where we were gonna try to do that?
Mhm.
Oh, you did. Are you good at it?
Like I have any ready, but sure, yeah, I'll play. I'll
You
wear
can go
some.
off your head. I
I'll,
mean, I can't imagine with all three of us in here, us going as far as because we're going to be guessing which one's the lie, and that's what it is, right? Jan needs to let us know because
okay,
This is Jan's idea.
yeah,
She wanted to do R-rated trivia.
that didn't go very well.
I know. I don't know what happened. I think she was having a hard time finding it.
Well, they were the ones she found were so bad. Like I agree with her. I wouldn't have been able to read them out. I
I
first of
know.
all, I wouldn't have known what most of them were probably, and then yeah, I would have just been so embarrassed to even read them out. So she, I agree with her. We were like, no, let's just.
Well, when I texted you last week with that question, and
I
you
did
did
not
not
know what
know.
it was. I had no idea. My
Thank you.
husband did. My husband knew and looked at me like, "What are you asking that for?"
I
What?
have to say, JR knew what it was. Tasha looked at me like, "I have no idea. What are you talking about?"
Why do men know? I mean, is it because it's a part of theirs that they
Yeah,
must
but do
know?
you know that many people in the chat knew it?
I didn't. I guess I'm not surprised that I didn't know, but I'm shocked that so many of the ladies here did.
Yeah, they did.
But apparently, it's some rite of passage. If you're a man, here's your here's your skin flute card. You're gonna know what that is.
Charlotte says, "I canceled my flute lessons for something." Well, either you're grateful or your husband is upset.
Yeah, he just kind of rolled his eyes. They did think I played a little bit of the live at Mike's house just for them to hear it the next day with you guys doing
Oh
prank
no.
calls. They thought that was so funny. The prank calls. They
Oh
like
my god. I don't know what got into me, but they were like, "Don't dare me to do it because I do it."
I know. I'm the
Like,
same way. Especially if I get told not to touch something,
oh,
forget
me
it.
too.
I'm gonna have to figure out a reason why. Like, I mean, why are you telling me not to touch it? Or if you tell me not to look at something, like I'm that person where they're like, okay, now don't look over there, and I'm like, oh, for heaven's sake, now I have got to look. I don't. I mean, I'll try to be, nonchalant about it, but I usually fail
Well, Charlie said he just got home. He's in the shower. Maybe he's cleaning his flute for you.
at
Charlie, don't turn that way. Stop.
Yeah, okay, so Jan said my hubs knew it, but wanted to know what goes on in here. I know. So that's why I played for them a little bit of the live, and they did think it was funny. So I was the only girl when I was playing that, and they were like laughing that that was what we were doing. And I was like, well, yeah, you know, yay, because I can tell you that when they've listened at other things, they're like, good Lord, why do y'all do this? I mean, it's as simple as just turning it off and not looking, and if it upsets you or if it whatever. So with this, they were laughing. They thought it was funny.
Good. At least they, well, we got really silly.
Yeah, we did. Well, you guys did. I was laughing almost in tears, laughing at you guys listening. It
Kimmy
was
said she almost urinated her pants. A
funny.
clean flute is a happy flute.
Oh, Big Mama's driving too. Woot woot, ladies, driving home
Because
listening.
wait, a clean flute is a happy flute. We should probably say you're the flute player, so you should be happy the flute is clean, right?
I was never in band. Okay, so I just already that was one I could have used for one of my things. So I didn't learn. I certainly didn't learn. Oh, okay, that's going down a way I don't like. But I anyway. Musical instruments were not something. Okay, shutting up. That should have been one of my truths that I was never in band.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
No, Jan played the clarinet. I did too.
isn't
The,
that a cousin
the
of?
clarinet goes toodle 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 toodle. That
Are those not like cousins?
I don't know. They're they're both no, because a flute doesn't have a reed, right?
I have no idea what a reed is.
A reed is what a piece that you put in for your tongue to rest on, and a flute just has a hole. Oh, Ma Bella paid the flute.
See, I didn't. I'm okay. I played the guitar for 2 lessons and decided it hurt my fingers too bad.
Let's
So,
just say how Kimmy would say, "Honey." It cracked me up every time. How Kitty would say, "Honey." I need to text her actually. Where the heck is she?
okay, so no reed in a flute. Piccolo is like a flute, but tiny. Oh, so a piccolo is another instrument. I'm very much not well versed on instruments.
No, reading a flute, a piccolo is like a flute but tiny. She said she'll be late at D. Listen, we need to shape Kimmy up. We're gonna start giving her a time card.
I'm looking up what those look like. I thought they
What
were
are you looking up?
a piccolo. It better not bring up something dirty.
I didn't. I think it's a long, thin. There's the girl.
Piccolo.
Girly, girly, unmute your mic.
Hey,
So it looks kind of
Hi.
like a flute.
how's everybody doing?
We're doing good. We're going to try not to be naughty because everything that Jan looked up was X rated. So we're going to try to do two truths and a lie. Or how's that
Well, now
working?
X
Is it two
rated,
lies and a truth? What is it?
it doesn't matter.
It does matter to me because I need to get it straight in my
Well, I always thought it was too, I don't
lies and
know.
one truth. Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I don't know. I've seen shows do it different ways. Doesn't matter. We can
Two
do
truths
two
and one
truths
lie.
and a lie. Is that okay? That's what it was, right? Two truths and a lie.
Well, I was working on two lies and one truth, so it'd be harder for them to figure it out.
But you told us in the chat you was going to do two truths and one lie.
Well, then I put down. Tasha said it was originally. I'm screwed up. Two lies and a
No,
truth.
I'm
I'm.
the one that said that, not Tasha.
No, Tasha did too because I was down there for dinner.
Oh, okay.
Tasha did.
It doesn't matter.
No, because
Whatever.
I could figure it
I'll
out.
go with whatever.
You would, honey.
Of course, I got all kinds of truths and lies.
I bet you do. Are you good at it too?
No, I'm not. I'm not a very good liar because I'm telling you, my face gives me away. Now, if
Well,
I'm behind a camera, I might can bolt out a couple of them, but
there you
no,
go.
my face
Okay.
tells on me.
Oh, it's Tasha is here. 2 truths and 1 lie.
See, I told you.
Okay, it
That's
must
what you
be. Yeah,
said.
it must be. I
All
was
right, it doesn't
messing it up.
matter.
It doesn't
But
matter.
there
Yeah,
wasn't there a show
truth or
like back in the
was it
70s?
truth or consequences?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm shocked Tasha's on. I didn't think she'd be here.
I can't see the comments.
You can't.
No, I never can.
You don't have your little flip phone or Android with you or something like that to.
No, I just have one device.
You should, come on. You got multiples. Stop it.
No.
That'll be a. That'll be. I have multiple devices. I have 8 stand here, an 8 phone stand here with 8 of them going. You
That's
want
how
me to
you
go
can
first?
prank call somebody.
No, Jan, you could join. Click on the link. You want me to go first and get it going? I'll type
Come
it
on,
here.
Jan.
Jan, get your booty up here.
Come on.
You know we love
Marcia
you.
and Cindy and Alice is up here waiting on you.
All you lovely ladies, I'm stopping in to say hello. Yeah, I bet she's going to go to bed early.
Who was that? Sally?
No,
Oh,
Tasha.
say what? Okay.
She said, get on the panel, Jan.
Come on. Get on the
Hey,
panel.
you guys talk for a second, okay? I got to
Where's
grab one thing.
Joni?
I'm here.
Oh, I didn't hear you. Sorry, Mrs. Roper doesn't have her shit together right
You
now.
not have your hearing aid in? She didn't need a hearing aid. She was great.
Who?
Mrs. Roper. Wait, what was her first name? Oh gosh.
Oh, I knew you was going to ask me that
Dang
because
it.
I was thinking about that the other night. Um,
There's our first trivia. What was her middle or her first name? Middle, forget it.
I want to say Alice. It's not Alice, but I want to say it's Alice, but it's not.
Oh, that's gonna drive me crazy. I can't stand that when
I know
like
Stanley.
yeah, because she always called him Stanley. Oh, that's oh no.
Stanley. Oh,
I want to say it's something like Audra or something. He never referred to her. Oh,
I
Helen,
feel like
Helen, Helen. Was it Helen? Yes,
Helen. Helen
yes.
Roper.
Good job, Robin. Oh, that was wonderful.
Robin, if I had $1,000,000, I'd send you half of it.
Yes, that is
That
great.
would have bugged me all night. I would have had
Oh,
to looked it up.
wow, Pam. Congratulations that your neighbor finally got put in jail.
For what?
I know.
I know. I wish I could see my chat, but I let
Oh,
my
Tasha, I'm sorry.
granddaughter use my iPad and I haven't seen it in a long time.
Eugene said she didn't know what one was either, but her husband did. I said Eugene earlier. Apparently, it's a man's rite of passage. Once they reach a certain age, you get you at least receive a card in the mail or something so that you will know what that is. The flute,
What is?
the skin flute thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
was you here for the skin flute one?
No, I missed it.
Dang. We had my God. I hope you watched it.
I did the next day. I was at we were at Mike's and I turned it on and played it for the guys and they were laughing. They were, and they don't normally. They would not have laughed.
No, everybody was saying that Diane was high and
Oh,
what are we on and what are we taking?
Yeah, right?
We're just having fun.
That's what life's about. It's
it felt
about
like
That's right.
having
a
fun.
slumber party to me. I used to love slumber party until everybody went to sleep. I loved slumber parties.
Pam,
Yeah.
I'm so happy that your neighbor got arrested. When I've heard some of the things that she has done that you've lived next door to for 11 years, God bless you, and I hope she's gone a while. Okay. She has a really crazy neighbor that talks to herself, says racist things, throws rocks at people. all you things you couldn't imagine. She's been putting up with for 11 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm happy that that happened for her. At least one night apiece, maybe. So Jan is here with us. I don't know if she's unmuted. Yep.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Don't act so sweet and innocent.
I am.
Because
Why are you laughing at me?
you're not.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Jan.
I haven't
Hi.
seen
How are
my
you?
Canuck girl yet.
No, I haven't seen her
She's
yet
acting
either.
all sweet and innocent, and she bullies us in the other group.
How dare you?
No, I'm just teasing. You're gonna do this, and you're gonna do that, and you're gonna
He's the
like it.
police of it.
She keeps us in
Wow.
line, buddy.
Well, I'm gonna now.
You gotta live up to expectations over here.
In middle school, we were taught about female parts and how they worked, so the boys must have been taught about. Hello,
What?
lady. Well, it's true. In middle school, me growing up myself, we had like a health class that it was like a sex education class.
Hi,
Maybe.
Bonnie.
Yeah, we did too.
You did too. Okay.
Hmm.
So Jan,
Jan is no bully.
Start us off with how the two truths and one lie, right?
Okay. So I don't know if everybody's played this, but I'm going to give you three statements about me. Two of them are true. One of them is a lie, and you have to decide
Okay.
which one is a lie.
And we guys, we'll hold off until the chat kind
Okay.
of puts it in, and then we'll come up with ours. How's that?
Okay.
Perfect.
So they
Sounds
get a
good.
chance.
I already have mine.
I bet you do.
Do you want to go first?
No, 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 no.
Because you
Nope.
can.
I'm trying
I
to
don't.
get logged into YouTube so I can
I
look at
don't
the
want to
comments.
bully you, Kim.
No, I'm very submissive in front of everybody.
Yes, you are.
Because when we get in that little private, what is it called? A boardroom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can
That
you say
private
honey?
little room.
it gets serious in there.
Get
Let me tell
serious in there.
you.
Put your foot down.
That's
Okay.
right. Somebody
All right.
has to do
All
it.
right, Jan, it's all on you,
Okay,
honey.
I'm here. Okay. I once ran for city council where I live. I was once a hooker. I made my living from feet for several years.
And we got to pick the truth out, right?
You have to pick the lie.
Oh, I have to pick the lie. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Can you say
Sorry,
it
I got
again?
kicked out.
You
Did
need
I
me
That's
to
get
our
read
kicked
them
all
again?
out?
theory. There's only one truth in there, right?
There's two truths.
There's two truths in there.
Two
Okay,
truths
go
and a
ahead.
lie. Did you hear them, Kimmy, or did you get kicked
Hang
out?
on. No, hang on. I'm having technical difficulties. Hang on just
Okay,
a
we'll
second.
wait for you.
All right, now I'm ready.
Okay, I'm going to read them again. I
Okay,
once
sorry.
I once ran for city council where I live. I was once a hooker. I made my living from feet for several years.
Okay, and there's two truths
Uh-huh.
and one lie.
And one lie.
You sure about that?
I'm gonna go with
Wait,
the.
we're gonna wait for the chat to
That's what I'm
pick it
saying.
up.
I'm looking at the chat. I was like, I think
Repeat
Eugene
I'm gonna
the
says
go with
lie.
the.
hooker. Big Mama says hooker. Pam says hooker. The lie is the one you ran for city
No,
council.
that's the truth. I think I remember her telling us she did before.
You
Yeah,
remember
I
that?
believe that's the truth. Is wait a minute, we're
I
picking
think
up the
it's
truth.
true, and I think she sucked big toes for a living. I think that's what she did.
You think that's
Because I
what I
think she
did?
told us. Yeah, I think she told. Well, I
I
mean,
told
was you a hooker?
That's legal in Canada. You
No,
know
I
that.
it's not.
mean,
It's not
I got a
legal.
50-50
I
chance
thought it
here.
is. There's a
No.
girl that's on YouTube.
Who's a hooker?
Cross. Yeah, yeah. She's almost blind in her eye, or she is blind in her
Stop
eye.
it.
Oh,
Well,
she
maybe
got
she
a
read the
STD.
law
Is
wrong
it
because
Jerry?
She
it's
she
not
got a
Jerry. He's not
she got
here.
an STD. She's like younger than 30.
It's not legal. It's kind of overlooked maybe in places,
It's
but
on the
it's not
dark
legal.
web. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so Jan, which is the truth?
The
Or which is the
truth?
lie? What's the lie?
You want the
Right?
lie?
Yeah.
The lie is that I once ran for city council.
So the truth is you were a hooker.
I was once a hooker. I played high school rugby, and my position was the hooker.
Oh, you asked.
I'm over here about to cry because I thought my sweet Jan was really a hooker.
I was really a
I'm
hooker.
serious. I mean, a
That's
real
a great one.
prostitute.
And what did you do with your feet? You must have worked on your feet.
I made my living from feet for several years. I was a foot care nurse for several years.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, I thought about that, but
Tasha,
I
how'd
thought
you
maybe.
win? The
Yes,
lie
Tasha
was
Did
that.
you
said
tell?
Tasha said that the
How
lie
Tasha
was
know?
city
Oh,
council. Yep.
Tasha won.
wow.
Hmm.
Guys,
The
mine are
host,
going to seem
the
simple
host.
minded.
I think the host needs to give the winner $25. So you need to give Tasha $25
$25.
for some
Okay.
coffee.
And I'll make her holler to get paid to do the wild thing.
That's right.
Kimmy, do you want to go next?
Um,
Yeah, May, you want too.
I'm thinking. I forgot what my other truth was.
Okay, I could do one.
Okay, go
Let
ahead.
me think. Let me think. Let me think.
Let
Let
me
me
look.
think.
I got a place to look.
Uh,
Forgot what I wrote down.
so I have to do two lies and one truth. How's it again?
Two
Two
truths
truths,
and one
one
lie.
lie.
All right.
And
Did
we'll
you
pick
take
out
your
the lie.
dementia medicine this
I
morning?
did it. I did it.
I didn't either. I didn't take mine.
Two truths and one lie, right?
Yep.
Two truths and one lie.
Okay. The first bone I broke was my neck. Uh,
You told us about that.
ladies, do you think everybody in the chat? You just ruined that one for me, girl. You okay, Miss Roper. I know how you were kind of
It's
like
Mrs. Roper.
Mrs. Roper. Hush your pie hole.
Okay, I'm
Maybe all
sorry.
the people in the chat don't realize.
I'm sure they're recycled.
Okay. I graduated from high school. I
Uh-huh.
love spicy food. I own 3 cats. Tasha, you may not play.
Diane,
You may not play.
every single one of them. Well, never mind. I'm not saying nothing.
Hmm. So what
There's
was the
one
first one?
lie, correct? It's one lie,
What
right?
was the first one? You said.
I love spicy food. I own 3 cats. I
Mm-hmm.
graduated high school.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay.
What's the chat saying?
Cat says
That
spicy food. You didn't graduate. No spicy food.
Damn.
Hate
Geez,
spicy
Sally,
food.
thanks. Jesus. Is that my truth?
High school. C.
Dang.
C would be
High
the spicy
school.
food, I guess. I don't know. Cats.
Okay. What do
Hmm.
you
I
guys
love
think,
you too.
Joni?
I think you can't eat spicy food.
I think she can't eat spicy food. I
That's
think
what
that
I
is.
say too.
I
Okay,
think
my
that's the truth. I think that's the truth.
no, the lie is I love spicy food. I don't like it.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't like anything hot. I don't like any dipping sauces. I don't like red sauce,
I thought
tomato.
you did like spicy food.
No.
I want to like spicy food. I just
And
can't
for
do it.
everybody out there, yes, I did graduate. Wow.
And you broke your neck.
I did
And
break
you
my
told
neck.
us
That was the
about
first
all
one.
three of those.
That was the first.
Everybody's kind of feisty in here tonight.
I know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Woo.
It's okay. I
I've
like
had a hard
feisty,
day.
Kimmy. What's
Okay,
that?
Joni, do you have one?
Okay, yeah. Let's see. So I'm going. Is this two truths and a lie, or
Yes.
two lies and a truth?
I
Okay.
don't know, but
Two
we're the
lies and
dementia.
one truth, right? Right. Wait a minute.
Two
Jan,
truths. Two truths and one lie.
Oh my God, y'all.
Okay. Let's
Oh
see.
my God, I'm dying over here.
Okay, so my first one will be I got elected to student council to go to Disney World with cute boys.
Oh.
Um,
Right.
so let's see. And what's another one? Let's see. Hmm. I once flushed my car keys down a gas station toilet.
Ooh.
And let's see. My third one would be one of my favorite date activities leaves my thighs and arms bruised.
What was the last one?
So one of my favorite date activities leaves my thighs and arms bruised.
They're not all supposed to be true, Joni.
Right? I think I know what one I'm gonna pick, but I'm waiting for the chat. Hey,
Mm.
Sarah.
Mine were all long. Sorry.
You're fine.
Uh, hmm. I have an idea, but I'm going to wait for the chat.
Yep. Chat's gonna kick in and let us know what you think.
Keys down toilet.
Keys
Yeah.
down toilet,
So
you do?
keys down the
I feel
toilet
like
at the
that's the
gas
truth.
station. I was elected to
Okay.
student council to go to Disney World with cute boys. Was that my reasoning? And then,
That's true, right?
Oh,
surely,
Tasha says one lie, two truths.
Right. That's
um,
what we've been doing. Two
No,
Okay.
truths,
T,
one
T
yeah,
lie.
state the first one
yeah.
first.
Mine are two truths, and then one of my favorite date activities leaves my thighs and arms bruised. So, um,
I'm saying that one's true,
hmm.
but it may not be what we think.
I think it's like horseback riding or something.
I think Joni, knowing her, joined the student council for the cute boys.
I think so too.
Oh, I definitely think that's the truth.
Guilty, guilty. I did not have grand aspirations to help the school. I wanted to go to Disney World.
With the cute boys.
It's-
I can't think.
that was the first place I kissed a boy too.
Aw.
Oh my.
On the haunted mansion. It was so romantic. Um,
And you
one of the
remember
first-
it.
I don't know. I think it was one. I think I don't know if that was the first place. You'd think I'd have that down. So no, my one that's a lie is the gas station thing.
Oh.
So
That is a
What
yeah.
lie.
what it
I
what
figured
bruises
that
your
was the
arms and
truth.
legs? Your
So
painting?
the gas station, I actually did. I thought I lost my keys, and I jumped up and screamed because I felt something metal go into the toilet, and I had hit the thing. You know how you hover over the toilet, not wanting to touch anything.
Mhm.
Yep.
So I jumped up
Your
and
foot.
screamed because I heard something fall. I thought it was my keys out of the pocket. And those gas station things, I mean, they'll like suck you out the back wall, like
Oh yeah.
they're like, and I was like, and squealed, screamed, thinking I had just flushed my keys down the toilet, and it actually was an earring. But man, it scared me. I was so traumatized. I needed counseling because I was like, I don't have another set of keys. We're not in a good area of town. This isn't good.
Did you get the earring back?
No, not at all.
Could you
But
see her
you
now with a
got it
fishing
right.
pole?
She got it right. Yeah. So my what now?
Could you see her with a fishing pole, Janet, trying to get that earring
Yeah,
back?
I wanted to. I love those earrings, but it was. I mean, it was better than the keys. It was.
that's right.
I mean,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
The date activity is air hockey. Every time we play air
Mhm.
hockey, I end up so bruised because I am like lethal when I play it. My
How
husband,
do you get bruised on your thighs playing?
because I jump across the table, like I cheat. I do. I mean, like,
I
and I
cheat,
let
yeah.
the yeah. I don't care if
Okay.
my husband
Okay.
cheats. I don't care if my husband cheats, and the only way I cheat is I sometimes let my arm touch the table. But other than that, I'm very, very, very good at air hockey. Like I'm really, really good. I have a fantastic bank shot, but the way I throw myself against the table, the top of my thighs always end up bruised, and usually at least one of my forearms ends up bruised. And my husband is like, "Why do we never fail to have this happen when it's summer?" So that then we're at your dad's house, and he's like, where'd you get all bruised up like that? I'm like,
You need to wear some equipment.
I know,
Yeah.
I do. Yeah. All right, Kimmy, you're up.
I'm up. Okay. Two lies and one truth, right?
Two truths,
Yep.
one lie.
I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
F
so
you, Kimmy.
here's my three things. Um, let's see. I went to a Catholic private school all through high school. I mean, all through up to eighth grade. No, never mind.
I
Scratch
can't.
that one. Scratch that one. Okay, I was on maybe let's see, romper room. I was on. Do y'all remember the Peggy Mitchell show?
Yep.
No.
I
You
never
do?
saw Romper Room, so I've
Romper,
heard of it.
stomper, bumper, who? Tell me, tell me, tell me who.
She never said my name.
Never. She said mine. Mine was Diane. It was Common.
No.
Lainey was on it too. Can I catch it on YouTube or something?
Probably.
Man, I've never seen it. I've
So
heard of Romper Room.
A magic mirror. She looked in the mirror and she saw all
Yep.
the wonderful children watching her.
I guess I was bad.
Oh, Chatty, you just opened up my Coke Zero. Oh,
Okay, so your one is I was on Romper Room. Then what was the other one?
I was born without a gallbladder.
Mm.
Hmm. And I weighed 10 pounds when I was born.
I know the truth. I keep it to myself.
mm.
T says I didn't know Romper Room either until Dee showed me after Ev was already over a year old.
They're saying
I
gallbladder,
can't believe Lainey
gallbladder.
was on romper room too.
Maybe you were on the same one.
Well, you just canceled that one out, eh?
Oh, sorry.
You're so cute, Jenny.
That's why I love her so much.
I'm sorry.
People are saying gallbladder, gallbladder, 10 pounds, 10
May was
pounds.
on a Romper Room too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who?
May.
What? I didn't know that. I thought we talked about that before. Nobody said it. Hell, maybe I didn't. I don't know.
You
See.
were all on Romper
Okay,
Room and
so
hmm,
you may go ahead and tell it.
Yeah.
Okay. The lie is the gallbladder. I was born with a gallbladder.
hmm.
And it is the truth. I did weigh, actually, I weighed over 10 pounds, like 10.4 or something like that.
Good
Wow.
gracious.
I was
Wow.
a big ass baby.
I mean, you
My
were a
mama said
super
I
freak.
spit that pacifier out across the room, honey. I wanted the ninny.
You
No,
wanted
you should
what?
see how fat my face was. I'm not lying. I would never show anybody that big fat face. Uh-uh.
Oh, you couldn't have been a fatter baby than I was. I'm telling you.
Did you weigh over 10 pounds?
Yeah.
I didn't. I was.
No, Kimmy
Oh,
did.
Did Tasha get it? Who got it right?
Tasha.
Crafting one said gallbladder is a lie.
Yep.
Tasha said it too.
I
Yep.
wonder what size.
Dean got
Baby,
gallbladder.
What?
baby Snow.
Yeah, I wonder what size.
I
Go,
think she was. I think she weighed like
Eugene! She got it again.
Good
who?
job.
Eugene
Eugene.
has gotten all of
Oh,
them right.
well,
Yeah.
where, where's Sally at?
She
She's
got it. I
in
think
there.
she got it too. I think she did.
I thought I
Oh,
seen
I
her in here
didn't.
a
I
little bit
can't.
ago.
I can't see Sally.
Do all how do you know what I mean? Show all top chat.
I did, but I
Okay.
still don't see her.
I don't think I've seen her in a little bit.
There
Oh,
she
okay.
is. She just
Oh,
typed.
there she is. Didn't answer.
Well, you're supposed to be playing. You normally win all the games.
Oh, she didn't answer that one. Okay, because she would
Oh,
have gotten it right if she did.
Probably.
Yeah.
Does Tasha have two truths and a lie to tell us?
I don't know if Tasha will take the time to write that in there. Knowing that girl, she'd get wild with it.
You never know.
you never know.
Um,
Do you have any trivia questions or anything,
I
Jan?
don't have any trivia questions, but I have some kind of food for thought conversation
Well,
starters.
I really
Okay.
I
want to
just
see
ask
that.
Helen. Can I ask Helen? Kimmy Helen, if she got her pretty earrings and necklace from Cozy.
I'm so glad you asked. Let me tell you something. No, listen. I got nosy today and I went over there to their claw, okay? Their
What's a
claw.
claw?
And I
Wait
thought,
a minute.
what the
Hold
heck
on.
is a claw? Wait a minute.
Before
Listen.
you go on it, what is a claw?
Well,
Like
that's
in
what I'm
the
trying to tell
bubblegum
you.
machine.
I'm
Like
trying to tell you. Listen, they have this. Okay, here's what it is, and I think Joni already knows.
I watched
But
it. Yeah.
I was lost. I was like, a claw. So I was started thinking of the claw machine, and I was like, how are they going to do that? So it is those tongs, like these tongs that's got the like the spoon handle at the end.
Hmm.
You mean a salad
Then they,
tosser?
yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. And I mean, I guess they have to be kind of strong. I don't know, but they look like they was dropping all kinds of jewelry every time they'd go in, and they dropped
They
like four or
did. They
five.
would just
I'm like,
grab a
pick
big
that
old
shit
pile.
up. That was in my claw, bitch.
What was in
I
your
want my
claw?
damn. I
Oh,
want my
your necklace.
jewelry.
Oh God.
Yeah, like it would. But another thing I don't like about that either is, did you see how deep that was? Well, they wasn't going all the way down to the nitty gritty
No.
where the 925 is. Did you hear her say that?
I heard her say something about if
I,
you're one of the
It
people at
was,
the end. So the way they did it, you could pay $10 between the two women,
yeah.
and they would get
Mhm.
you a pile of stuff out of these two big jars, and it was
Mhm.
all like jewelry and stuff like Helen is wearing there.
Girl, that was some, most of that shit was junk.
Okay.
I'm not lying. Especially from that one lady.
um, but
I'm so lost.
The lady that didn't show she was the camera on the thing. I thought, why ain't her camera on showing everything that she's doing?
well,
I thought
Helen,
that was a little
Mrs. Roper
suspicious.
is an expert on costume jewelry, so
Mm-hmm.
when
Well,
but that's how they did
Because
it.
I
I was
wanted those big
curious.
gaudy ones at the bottom.
Oh, the big necklaces. I do love
Yeah.
statement pieces. I do have to say that. I admit it. I love big earrings.
Mhm.
I don't like them to be heavy though. Like I don't want them to pull on my ears too much. Um, hold on. Tasha's got three.
Okay. Yay.
I gave all natural birth to 5 children. I'm not a fan of pets, and I have purple hair. All
Mm.
right, chat. Have
She
at it.
ain't got no purple hair,
Look
does she?
at you.
Does she?
I don't know. People change it all the time.
Yeah. I had pink in mine.
Hmm.
so the
Girl,
claw.
all natural. I mean, we need a moment of silence just for that. Even if because I cannot.
Hey,
Oh.
let's explain to the chat what's going on because
Okay,
nobody's
so
answering.
if you're just coming in, we're doing two truths and a lie. So out of what Tasha just put in there, I gave all natural birth to 5 children. I'm not a fan of pets, and I have purple hair. You have to pick out of those three statements which one is a lie. And so Pam S says not a fan of pets.
I know she don't. I don't think she's got pets though. Well, I guess she could still not be a fan. I don't know. Um,
I
I'm
can't
gonna
answer it.
say
Yeah, you're disqualified.
yeah, you can't play this. I think it is true that she gave birth to 5 children, natural
The
birth.
pets thing is what
Well,
I
I don't
think.
know the natural. She's got that in capital. That could be. I think
I
that's a
say
true.
pets. I don't know though because I thought she wasn't a fan of dogs. Could be wrong.
I thought it was cats.
I'm gonna say pets.
Yeah.
That was my one
Stop.
that
Well,
I was thinking was pets.
Okay,
I
I'm
hope
gonna say
it's
the
the. I
lie.
hope the lie is that you did all natural 5 freaking times. Good gracious,
I know, natural, man.
5 times all natural. Once would be. Oh man, I have a pretty high pain tolerance too.
I tell you what, I wouldn't go up against Tasha.
I mean, girl,
Real,
I
I mean,
cannot
natural
imagine
five
all
natural
natural.
births.
And were
I mean,
they
just
all
that's
big
true.
babies? Were they all big babies? Because I'm sure that makes a difference if you're giving birth to, like, I mean, uh, like my sister, she was almost 11 pounds. She was overcooked. I mean,
Wait a
she.
minute. Does she only have four? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay.
Monique says she's just got four children. That's right.
No,
So,
I think she has
oh, it's a
five.
trick because she has 4.
I think Tasha has 5 children.
Not a
They
fan of
don't have
pets.
pets.
Yay!
Yeah.
I was right. Good God, she gave
That's
birth
the
to
lie.
5 children by
That's the
all
truth.
natural.
That's the truth. She's not a fan of pets. You're
Yes.
right, Joni.
Mm. Wow.
So,
So her babies were not big at all, but still all natural. God in heaven.
so that's the
Mhm.
truth.
Yeah.
All natural childbirth.
Yeah. All natural.
And
Gosh.
she has purple hair.
So
Yeah.
she gave. Oh, okay. So which one's the lie?
The not being a fan of pets.
That's the truth. Or
Or
wait,
no, that's the wait, well, I'm
wait.
confused.
I
Yeah,
am
okay, I
too.
get it now.
Well, explain.
I'm lost too now.
Explain. So you are a fan of pets or you're not a fan of pets?
What is the lie?
Because if you're not a fan of pets, then that would be true.
And she has purple hair.
So that's true.
And she gave birth to five. So the lie is she's not a fan. So she likes pets.
Yay. Okay, because that was what I thought. I thought
No, she doesn't. She's not an animal fan.
Okay.
So that's true then.
Oh,
So she had three truths.
She likes cats, not dogs.
no, it's not a lie. I like cats, not dogs.
okay, so that's what I said. I thought she just didn't like dogs. Okay, good.
Got
So she likes pets. Just
So it
I'm
is a
lost.
lie.
Oh my
The
God.
not a fan of pets is the lie, right?
Right.
Okay.
Because she likes,
So she does like pets.
she just likes cats.
Well, it says pets.
Right. So, in other words, she doesn't like all animals. She just likes cats.
right.
That ain't what it said, though. That's enough to confuse this crazy brain.
Right. She's got to understand, I don't know. Is everyone
We
about,
all got dementia here. I
Tony,
mean,
you're in your
I do.
40s, all right?
I got
Who
dementia.
what?
You in your
no,
40s?
Joni's 50, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Kim, you in your 40s?
What?
No.
No, I'm 55, honey.
Okay.
Thank you.
Jan, we
Fif-
all
50,
50 and over?
53.
Don't mess with us,
I'm
Josh.
55, and I get my Duncan senior citizen discount.
You
Thank
can't
you
get
very
a
much.
senior citizen at 55.
Yes, you
Yes, you
can.
can.
What?
At Duncan, yeah. And I always forget to ask, and I'm going to be
No
63.
way.
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't a lot, but
No.
I mean, it's like, um,
What do you got to show to
it's
get
like
it?
a quarter off of my drink, something like that.
Oh, okay. I'm not gonna go try to fake it for that. Dang.
No,
I'm just getting a quarter off.
You're
no,
not going to try to
no.
fake it.
I know. Sometimes I'm like, I hate asking for that senior discount. I feel old saying it.
Shoot, I don't. I'll be like, yeah, you better give me my senior stuff.
I know, but
Oh,
when
sorry.
it comes out of my mouth, I feel like, oh God, I remember those kind of people when I was young, thinking, give me my senior discount, to make fun of them.
And roll in your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't forget her senior discount, how
Yeah.
they pinch pennies.
I was very interested in that claw thing, and it just went totally left, and I'm so lost on everything right now. So I'm glad people are getting cloths full of jewelry for $10, I guess.
Oh, it was a claw full. I mean, they were fair. It was a lot of jewelry. It's just,
Well, the
I
bucket was so tall. The bucket was like 2 foot tall.
I
Holy
didn't look
smoke.
at the size of
Well,
the bucket. Really.
maybe not 2 feet, maybe a foot and a half. I don't know, but it was deep. That claw didn't go all the way down.
Mm.
I mean, it went down the maybe half of it.
Maybe she couldn't get it through because there's so much in it. I
But
don't know. I was
And
doing something when I had
Halloween,
it on, so
yeah,
were they making a lot of money like that?
yeah, I wasn't. Well, I mean, if they, so I don't know how many times they were able to do the claw because I didn't watch it for that long, but
Right.
I must have seen them do it like 5 or 6 times.
yeah,
And
me too.
that
But
was
some of
each
it didn't.
woman. So
Was
they had two different women and they both had a big old jug of stuff and it was all jewelry. And yeah, so you paid $10 and you didn't know what the claw would get you. And
Mm.
apparently they do these different giveaways and different stuff. Like on Sunday, they're going to do a giveaway of a big egg.
they do giveaways? Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, yeah, and they do two a year that's a money giveaway. And then they do these little games that you can join where like you can pay $3 an entry. I think they're all like I don't think they're two, I think they're $3 an entry, and that gives you however many draws in these different little games and stuff. I mean, if you're into that, it's a fun concept. I mean, I think you can turn around at the end of the night and you've spent I don't know how much to get, but to be fair, they do give everybody um, for your $3 entry, you'll get some sort of little trinket or something, and
You
then
got to pay to play.
on some of them, yeah, you do. Yeah, these ladies are smart. The way they do it, they're getting so. I mean, most of the pay to play, the $3 ones, um, you guys would just have to go watch. I can put the link in there for you guys. Pickleball's in there sometimes, and I'm always wanting her to win because I know our community, and I'm always wanting, you know what I mean, because she's one of us, and I'm like, please pick pickleball. She goes by a different name now, but I just watch them some to because I'm going to start hopefully finally doing some sales.
Yeah, you need to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not really doing bingos and all that. I love bingo and I love games and I love giveaways.
I love bingo.
That is one of my favorite freaking pastimes. I go into spurts of it. Once I get into doing it, I'll do it like an hour a day. If you really want to win at giveaways, you have to be willing to put some time into it. And I've won some really cool stuff before. So I love giveaways. I've always wanted to do them on my channel. I just have to decide, what kind of client, like, are people really going to be interested in buying kids' clothes on my channel? But y'all, these women, they sell cranberries. I mean, they'll be selling food. They'll be selling what else do
Somebody
they
was selling apple pies the other night.
Yes. I mean, the other day they were doing chips and stuff. I was like,
Hmm.
what?
Oh,
What?
I could make some good homemade foods.
Yeah. I mean, it was, well,
Start
no,
your
most of them
business
are
on
packaged.
here, Diane.
I
So
used to. That's a lot of work.
Where
It
do they
is.
get this stuff?
I think they buy what they do. I mean, they don't say, but I think what they do is they buy lots, meaning like returns, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Um,
like bulk
I
buying.
could be wrong, but I think that's what they do is they buy like returns and stuff.
Or
And
auctions.
yeah,
Mhm.
auctions and stuff like that. And and it's usually the same women in there, and they're very kind. I have to say that it's a really kind community. They seem very like they're Yes, it is a YouTube. It is a YouTube, Udine. I will get the link and put it in here. And I got to tell you, like some of the stuff. So as a reseller, I have a really big Poshmark closet, meaning like I have like almost 100,000 followers on there, and I don't sell on there often enough. I used to, but I'm gonna start to get back into it. And like if I used to be, I could have found some great deals on there. Like they're live tonight. She just had a dollar hour. She just had and so to give you an example, they'll just sometimes do kids clothes. They'll do and it'll just be a hodgepodge, a mixture. Sometimes it'll say all just kids clothes or whatever. But my point in saying that is sometimes they'll have like I saw 3 or 4 things on there the other day that I could have resold I mean, they were selling for $3 to $5 buy it now, so it wasn't auctions. And even with shipping, I could have sold that on my Poshmark. I'm very picky now on what, because I want to be sure that it would sell. When I first started selling on Poshmark, I just, if people were getting rid of stuff, I was like, give it to me, I'll sell it on my Poshmark closet. Now I'm getting rid of some stuff on my Poshmark closet. I just, you know what I mean? I don't want a lot of stuff to just sit there. I'm only going with stuff I really feel will sell. Or if I went to Goodwill, I would only try to go with stuff that'll sell well. But there are resellers in there, and I can tell which ones they are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
And like
one
Matilda
guy,
Jane,
he
you
sold
love Matilda
jeans.
Jane, Kimmy. And they sell like I saw like 3 or 4 Matilda Jane items selling for $3, $4, $5. That's a fantastic price for Matilda Jane items. So some stuff you can really get, you could take it and then go resell it, but I'm just not that motivated to sit in there to try to get stuff to go resell. I've got enough stuff right now. I need to sell on my own. So,
Hey, when did you post that whatever that lady's channel is? Oh, never mind, I found it.
oh, okay. I haven't posted it yet. I can still do it, but yeah, hold on. I'll do
No,
it.
I got it.
But yeah, I would love for them to see it. I mean, because I don't, regardless of what you think about it, you guys, I found it, of course, through Rebecca. I love
Oh,
I love supporting other women's channels. So I have no, I mean, like I said, I go in there and I'm kind to them and I'm friendly with them. I think they're very nice women.
I
So
was blocked from their channel, from Rebecca's. I never was rude. I was very nice in there.
you were
Rebecca
blocked on Rebecca's?
Rebecca said she was gonna look into it because I had said it
What?
on Jerry's live, so I don't know. I haven't tuned in really to YouTube type of. I haven't seen Jerry's live. I haven't seen Jim's live, and I didn't watch Rebecca. I did watch one of Rebecca's little like I don't know if it was a short. It was like a little video,
Hmm.
and she kind of was bringing my channel up of all hate and blah blah blah. I don't think the Rebecca knows the true Jerry. I'm sorry to say that, but I don't think Rebecca knows how the true Jerry is
No, I don't think so.
because I don't think
I
she would
wonder how long
support
they've known each
that
other.
PPP loan or her taking advantage of her mother-in-law or there's so many things showing her bare butt. I don't think Rebecca would be the type of woman that would support that. And if she does, then she is not who she portrays she is on YouTube.
True.
This is
Well,
true.
yeah. I didn't know that you were blocked, but
Oh, I don't care because I'm not interested, to be
yeah.
honest with you. Um, there's a certain voice that you enjoy to watch on YouTube. I mean, there's a couple other people that I couldn't take their voices that nope, nope. However, but I just don't watch because I don't choose to. And I don't even sit in there and watch their chat or anything because I mean, I my thought and opinion, you know me, I share it. She used Jerry because Jerry has 70,000 something subscribers or 3,000
Yeah,
something.
but nobody watches Jerry anymore.
Correct. Yeah. So
So
then
she's not really gaining
but
anything.
no, but she just may not be the person she portrays herself to be then.
Mm.
True.
Just
Hey,
saying.
Sally's got two truths and a lie.
All right.
All right. Hey, Canuck. I broke my nose when I was 13. My favorite flower is a rose. I once worked at a travel agent. Now we got to pick your lie, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah, we
Yes.
got to pick the lie.
I
Let's
already
see.
know the lie. I
Hmm.
already know it.
I think it's. I
Oh,
think I
where'd it
know.
go?
I think
Yeah.
the lie is your favorite flower is a rose.
Mhm.
Me too.
Two. Yep.
I
Where did
think it was the nose, but
where'd
I
the
don't
chat
know.
go?
No, I
Okay.
feel like that's too specific.
It was very specific, saying age
Uh
13.
huh. Instead of saying I broke my nose when I was little.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yep, I think the lie is my favorite flower is a rose.
Yeah, because that's a good point. She has
Mhm.
problems with sense. And a rose does have a pretty strong scent.
Powerful. Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's a
Sure
good.
didn't do a spell check on that one, eh? All
Grunts.
right.
Oh,
Anybody else gonna chime in?
Got lots
Hey,
of
Canuck, I did ask for you earlier, girlfriend. Anybody want to play Truth or Dare?
oh, my husband used
Yeah,
to
matter
hate
of
that
fact,
game.
I
I
do.
never. He did not like that game.
What game?
Yeah,
Truth or
we
Dare?
were right. We were
Yep.
right.
No
So,
No
roses.
roses! Yay!
hey, if anybody else wants to play,
Yeah, go ahead.
put
Yeah,
your
please
Put it
do.
in there and we'll read it.
yeah, we'll read it. If anybody
Eugene,
else
you got
wants to.
every other one right though, so you are absolutely acing this tonight.
Isn't this game kind of like Never, Never Have I Ever?
That's
Right?
the game that I was just saying my husband hated playing because he felt like it was just a an opportunity for one of the two of us when we first started dating to get suspicious about something to be like, wait a minute, you never told me this, you that.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
and I was like, I still don't understand why you don't want to, because it was no big, and he would laugh about it and we'd play with our friends, but still, yeah.
Get to know all those secrets, huh?
Yeah, but he was always like, ugh, every time, Mike or somebody, were at his house and they'd want to play that. Yeah.
I have like a trivia question.
Okay.
Okay.
Um, I've got to think of how to word it. Um,
Oh, Lord. Uh oh. Very
Must
loud.
be you. You're snorting in the thing. Woo.
who believed TikTok and thinking it was okay to tape their lips while sleeping?
Oh, gosh.
Did not.
Hmm.
Chat, anybody?
Remember, we thought she was wearing red lipstick.
JA. Betty Boo for the win. Do you guys remember when, yes, May, do you guys remember when she sat there and her little gauze, it was taped up at the top and it was hanging, and she pinched her lip to make it bleed for that vlog?
Mhm.
Mhm.
You can't make it up, baby Snow. Um, and God, I hate getting started on her, but
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we
I,
go.
I agree she has cancer. I agree the doctor said it. I agree the doctor said,
I didn't remember hearing the doctor saying
well,
it.
what he said was,
Whatever.
she has cancer I cannot cure. He did not say what stage, but he said I could not cure.
Hmm.
Um, he did agree to the stage 4 renal cell carcinoma. I've lost a few family members in the last 4 months. Very healthy, very eating good, survived breast cancer, jogging, just did all kinds of things. Okay,
Hmm.
I don't get how a stage 4, grade 4 kidney cancer patient eats the way she wants, doesn't, is non-mobile, doesn't shower, doesn't bathe, does whatever she wants. Type 2 diabetic on insulin,
Eats everything she wants.
eats
Mhm.
anything, everything she wants. And someone else in such good fitness level dies of a massive heart attack. Oh,
Mhm.
and a non-smoker.
Yes.
Yep.
Mhm.
So that's where
Oh,
you
here's
watch.
Lori.
All
Well,
right, Lori
We got
D.
another player.
I see it. Lori D. I
Lori
love
D.
all my animals. I love to travel. My real name is Margarita, and I gave Jerry 200 million, 200,000 million dollars.
Well, I know that
$2
answer.
million. dollars.
Hmm.
Your name
That's a
is
tough one.
Margarita.
It's a tough one.
Wait a minute. So we got to pick the one truth,
The
No,
right?
one lie.
we gotta pick
The
the
one
one lie.
lie.
I can't deal with you
Her
anymore.
real
You
name is
got
Margarita.
dementia. You got dementia.
No, she gave Jerry $2 million. Wait, I'm lost. There's got to be
That's
more
the
than.
lie.
Yep. Number
So
3
it's
is
two
the
true.
lie.
Her real name is Margarita. Oh no.
No.
No. That her third one is my real name is Margarita, and I gave Jerry $2
That's
million.
the lie.
Okay.
If she gave Jerry $2 million, there would have been a Dollar Tree video by now.
Oh
Oh,
man, there would have been a
Oh,
Dollar
she
Tree
would have been up
purchased.
dancing. She would have been
She
doing the
she would have
jig.
purchased a whole damn Dollar Tree.
okay,
So
well,
then,
I've got a trivia. So there's a game my husband does not allow me to play. I don't know. This may not be still be in place. I may have a reprieve by now and be allowed to play it. We don't play games with my friends enough lately. Um, But when we first started dating, he even felt sassy enough to put me on restriction from this. And this, you guys, is a real sign of ADHD. Okay.
What?
Because, hey, be you always, because, when you're first dating, you don't, you know what I mean? You're trying to impress each other and you're not, and even he did it joking, but still he was like, no, we're not going to play that anymore. Let's find something else. We'll do a different game. So there was a popular game that I was not allowed to play, and it had to do with ADHD. Can anybody think of why? Or the game? Chatty's Home.
spin the
It's
bottle.
a short one
Spin the
word
bottle.
game. And I guarantee you each of you have played it before. But I just didn't have the attention span for it.
Tug of war.
What part of it's a short one word game?
It is one
Monopoly.
word. It's just
Oh, it
one
is because
name.
it's got. You're right, my friend.
Is it
Because it's got the
Monopoly?
dashes. No, it wasn't Monopoly. Although I could see that one also making me Twister. See, there's the ADHD. I didn't even finish my sentence. I'm doing my sentence, and all of a sudden I'm like Twister. No, it started with a C,
Yeah.
and it's a 4-letter word.
You going to bed? Freaking job.
I can't believe somebody hadn't guessed it when I said C in a 4-letter word.
Well, I was thinking of a 4-letter word, but that
I
wasn't
know.
it.
Oh gosh, let's not go down that path.
I can't
Um,
believe it.
yeah,
4-letter word for C for a game.
for a game.
Cards. Card. Oh, board game.
And they're only in the third semester.
Yeah,
A board game.
Their boss is holding.
you can get it, D. You can get it. You've played it. Every one of you in here have played this game.
I've
And
played
I
it.
didn't even really know it was
Oh,
still around.
Sally
And
says
when,
clue.
yes, that was it. That was
I
it.
never played that.
What?
I
D.
never played that. I thought that was boring when I watched my
Oh.
cousins play it.
Apparently, I thought it was boring. I kept re-guessing stuff that had been guessed. My husband was like, "Stop! You are not paying close enough attention, Miss Scarlet and Mister Mustard, and the pipe and all that. It's already been guessed, honey." Yeah, used to
Yeah,
play a
my
lot.
cousins played it. I didn't. I was like, ew, what are you guys? This is boring.
I just got way because it's slow moving, and so for me, I just got interested in doing other things, and I just wasn't paying close enough attention, so I'm not allowed to play anymore. Apparently, I don't know. Like I said, it's been long enough. Oh, perfection, y'all! That used to almost make me wet my pants when remember that game? It
Yes.
would when everything would fly out of the game.
I would
All the
I
cheat.
little
I
love
would cheat
that
and hit the
game.
button before it popped up because I couldn't handle that.
That game I loved. That and
oh man,
Operation.
Operation used to scare me too.
When you touch the side of the wall.
Which one was the hardest? It was putting on the rubber band.
Oh
Remember
yeah.
the rubber band? Oh
Yep.
my gosh, it was just Does anybody remember there was one called Don't Break the Ice?
Yes, I
Yes.
had that.
I used
Yes,
to
I
love
love
that.
that one. I loved that one.
I
And
did
My
then there
too.
was
favorite was Sorry.
Sorry
Sorry.
Sorry was one of those that I played, but my husband would probably say, yeah, you don't have the attention span for it as well.
You know
Um,
what we should
I
get? We
always
should.
want to move everybody's piece.
What?
I always wanted to move everybody's piece.
Why do you
can
want
we
to remove their teeth? And what game was that?
They're
What?
pieces. They're pieces. She wants to move everybody's pieces.
Oh.
Perfection gave me anxiety too.
I
Mhm.
thought he said, I want to remove everyone's teeth.
No, that's a
No,
different game entirely.
I think are we
that's
playing Two Truths
Dennis.
and a Lie again?
Yeah, anybody that wants to play, or we can do another set.
Yeah,
No,
just
I
let
thought
us
Kimmy
know
was playing.
No, we can do another set though. Come on,
who
I'm
was
good.
playing them.
I'm good for another set. Dee, do you have more?
Who, me?
Yeah,
We got to do 2 truths and a lie,
yeah.
right?
Uh huh.
Keep screwing it up.
I'm gonna put it on a T-shirt, mail it to her.
Put, can you please tag it in the chat and I can tag it up and put it up on top here? I'd
Yeah,
appreciate it greatly. Um, 2 truths and a lie. All right. I am five
doesn't
foot
it?
five.
May, do you know how to do that?
Yeah, you just have to type in the chat and I'll put it up here. Kim, can you type in the chat?
I'm eating.
Othello is fun.
I'm
What is
sorry.
that?
All right. I am
My
five
my
foot
daughter
five.
brought me a taco salad.
Oh, nice.
Hmm.
What is it again? 2 truth and a lie.
Yeah, two
Right?
truth and a lie. You're
Who
5 foot
keeps cutting
five.
me off? Where's
Please,
my
somebody
May?
pin it for.
What did you just say, Joni? Don't give nothing away.
No, I said 5 foot 5. You said I'm 5'5".
Yeah.
Crafton said Jim won the teeth removing game.
Did May did Linda leave us? Okay. I am 5'5".
May and Linda's the same person.
I've started this damn thing 6 times. I quit.
Let her finish her statement before she
I'm gonna choke on my salad, y'all. Stop it.
You're tossing your salad? What?
you're
I'm gonna
five
choke.
five. What's number 2?
What?
I think we all have ADHD.
Hold
Yeah.
on. I'm getting a hot
I'm sorry.
flash.
I'm trying to
Okay.
eat over here.
Shut up, Kim.
Now it's bullying.
I gotta do 2 lies and the truth.
Oh my god. I can't.
Okay, do it.
No, it's two truths and a lie.
Or do 2 lies and a truth, and we'll pick out
Whatever
the
she wants to
truth.
do. I
Kimmy,
don't care.
Kimmy, who's on third?
What?
All right, Dee, what are your next 2? I
What's on
can't stand
second?
it.
Okay,
Ooh. Can you pin it?
Uh, hold on. I'll
Linda,
pin it.
ask May if she'll.
Thank you, Linda.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord.
All right.
Oh, my God.
Hold on. Now I
We're
lost my train of
losing
thought.
subs here. Come on.
All right. Let me start again. Kimmy, if you cut me off, I swear.
You just cut yourself off.
I didn't say a word.
I'm 5'5". I'm afraid of heights.
You are.
I'm
Oh,
in
my God.
2 truths and a lie. Okay. I was married twice.
Why did you bring. You're going to get all kinds of shit in comments.
Girl, you want to go through some screenshots? I'll show you some comments.
No, that's what I'm talking about. We're going to get that shit started. But
I, s-
I know
Oh,
you were married 5 times.
I
I,
just.
s-
Oh God! I hope when you get that comment, you post it.
Oh,
Please give it the attention it
5 times.
needs.
3 people
Not
say
five
afraid of
foot
heights,
five.
2
Not
say
5'5".
5 foot 5.
Not 5'5". Correct. I am not 5'5". The truth is, I am afraid of heights, and I was only married twice.
I knew you was afraid of heights.
Yeah, I think I've mentioned it, but I face that fear you know what I mean? I'll climb things and go up in attics and do things for people, but my
So how
legs are
tall are you?
shaking. My legs are shaking, but I do it.
So
Oh,
how
I
tall are
know.
you?
My knees get real weak when I
Mine
get
shake.
around. Oh,
I don't like heights either.
I
Mine
get
All right,
shake, dude.
wheezy.
Stand
all right,
on
Jen,
a table
you going
chair.
next?
What's that?
You going next, Jen?
I
Do
don't
you
have
want to
anything
do?
yet. Big Mama said she'll play from the chat.
Yeah, do it from
Definitely.
the
Yep.
Come on.
While she types it in, go ahead, Jan.
Okay.
Crafting said, "Oh, I'm
I love
sorry."
I love to cook. Um, my
Mm.
first car was a Ford Tempo. Um,
I don't even know what that is.
and I had a
Sorry.
We had a Ford Tempo when
so
I was
I
I'll
love
little.
go Google what a tempo is.
A
I love
car.
to cook. My first car was a Ford Tempo, and I went to college for social services.
Mm.
Repeat
I
them
think
again. My mind lost the first one. Oh, the tempo.
Love to cook,
I
Okay.
think the tempo's true.
because who would lie about that?
I mean, who would lie about that?
I don't even.
I don't think you went to school for social services. If you have, you haven't told us.
Mm.
Yeah, I think she's. I don't think she loves to cook.
I don't think she does either. I believe the tempo.
I don't think she likes to cook. Are they both lies?
I did have a Ford Tempo. It was gold. I got it when I was in college for social services, and I hate to cook.
Yeah.
I do it as necessity, but I hate to cook.
Okay, Big Mama has
Big
number
Mama's got
one.
2 up so far. Hold on. She's got 1 and 2. I see it. I
And then
love sushi.
okay.
I peed on my prom dress. She
Read
must
them
be related to
slower,
Kimmy.
D. Read
What?
them slower.
I will once the third one's up there, sunshine.
I know, but you read it so fast I didn't hear you.
That's a New Yorker in me. I don't you hear from Jerry all the time. Okay.
Oh, okay. She's got the third
Big
one.
Mama. Big
Okay.
Mama says, I love sushi. I peed on my prom dress. My husband has an Emmy, which is the truth.
I think number one.
I think she does love sushi.
Are we
I
looking
think
for
she
a
And
lie
hates.
I
or
don't
truth?
like it. I don't like it, but I think
I
she
don't think
likes
she
it.
likes sushi. I think she doesn't like it. I think
I
the
don't
prom
think
dress is true.
I think the sushi is the lie.
I think the sushi is the lie.
well her husband has an Emmy. Well, who is
Mhm.
he?
But that's too big to put in there if it's not true. It's just too obvious. I feel like that one's got to be true, which is awesome.
Yeah, tell us more about yourself. We want to hear.
Yep, she said it's the
Was
sushi.
that true? She doesn't like the sushi?
So tell us about the Emmy. We need to know.
Whatever you can tell.
Hmm.
So
Wait,
which was the
so
lie?
her
She doesn't like sushi. So
she
the
said, laugh out loud,
Oh,
I hate sushi. So her
yeah,
husband has an Emmy.
yeah.
well, who's your husband?
She can't
Dang,
say
Big
that.
Or what
Mama.
was it for?
Okay,
Or what
well,
was the Emmy for?
yeah, what was the
Yeah,
Emmy
can you
for?
say like what category?
Not what year or anything, but yeah, what category? Yeah. Just so it's not too much information out there. You know what I'm saying? I know you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Joni,
Yes, ma'am.
I dare you to make a prank phone call
He's
tonight.
very talented.
I'll do it.
Can you prank Todd?
I will.
Did you pee on the
He's
dress before or
upstairs
after the
taking a
prom?
bath too. News production. I love it. That's awesome.
Awesome.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Did you pee on the dress before or after the prom? I agree. That's important.
Probably
Or during.
during, probably, I bet you. When she was going to the bathroom using the restroom, I bet you. Because prom dresses, I don't know how old she is, but back then they were always long. They weren't some of these short ones now or split
Hmm.
up the sides. You know what I mean? When I went, they
Right.
were long and formal and
I never went to the prom.
Mine was short. My dad didn't like how short it was.
I have a terrible prom story.
A what?
Mm.
I have a terrible prom story.
You do?
I do. I was going to my boyfriend's prom. He was a couple years older than me, so I went to get my hair done. Took the afternoon off school. Got it done. I was walking home, and a bird pooped in my hair.
What
Go home
OMG.
and wash it out and do it myself.
Oh
Wow.
man.
are you
That
kidding me?
stinks.
It was traumatic.
Joni, Martin would like you to call a meat store.
What am I saying?
I don't know. What does Joni say at the meat store? And when she makes a call,
That you
so
want
she
some
doesn't
tube
laugh,
steak.
meat.
That's what it
Uh,
is. It's
did you say
tube
tube
steak.
steak? Tube steak?
Yeah, I know you know what that is.
I do
I
not.
do. I do.
I
I
don't
do.
Joni don't.
know.
What'd you do on that Disney trip?
It sounds like a pool noodle. I don't know a meat store.
Oh, Big Mama.
What'd she
Yes, it
say?
was long like an indecent proposal. Luckily, after photos. Thank goodness. And I'll tell you what. Wait a minute. Is Cozy in here?
Yeah, where
Uh,
is Cozy?
yeah, because she had a bunch of good things she wanted. Girl, she was coming up with so many things. My mouth dropped where to call. And she was supplying phone numbers. We're waiting for Martin. Don't
I
say
think
it's
we
a
can call
Tuesday.
and
What are
ask
you
somebody
talking
why
about?
they hung up
He
on
did.
us.
He did. He asked for a tube steak.
Huh.
I'm so tempted to look that up, and I'm not going to because I don't want to get recommended like nasty stuff. So I'm
Yeah,
not gonna look that
true.
up.
Well, don't look it up. Just call the meat store and ask for it.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on.
Call Walmart's meat department.
I think they're
They don't really
closed.
have a meat department, though.
I've got to call somewhere like out west because
Block your number.
Yeah.
they're gonna be closed.
Block your number, or the or it'll be
Oh,
like
yes, because
Z and the
did
music
they
store
tell me
guy.
that before my first phone call? No, they didn't.
Well, at least like that.
Star
Okay.
67 it. I remember that. My friends here.
Tony said, "Don't look it up."
Joni's looking up probably like, Lear, California or Washington or I don't know, Utah or
Okay,
any.
I just looked up some in Arizona and they're all saying closed.
You got to
Mm.
go further west.
Okay.
Calip- is the deaf in here?
Who?
A deaf?
No, no.
Okay, hold on. I
Girl,
found
you know what? I had to think about that one. Cost
I
store
know it.
environment. I meant to
I
say
knew that, but I knew you'd get it.
oh, she's calling. You just gotta have her on speakerphone.
Is it not easier for me just to ask something like why'd you hang up on me? What am I asking?
Oh, I think you should do what you said earlier, but just don't say just,
What is she
just,
saying?
just earlier in the chat. Just don't say you're doing it. And just do what you said you were
Huh?
I don't remember. What was that? Where I called instead? Oh God. I call and say I hid the body. Now what?
No, don't say you hit a
No, don't do that.
I'm gonna get visited.
Todd will be having to go get you out of jail.
I know.
you, you can't say you hit a button. No, you get in trouble.
I love the one where you call and you go, "Why'd you hang up on me?" That would be
Yes,
hilarious.
yes, that. And you were gonna do it to someone specific.
Oh Lord. Yeah, we decided that probably wasn't a good idea
Oh, I think it.
because he would get in trouble and that could end badly. So,
Someone come up with an idea for her to call to we can't do the other one. That's played out. What did they had me call a liquor store asking for that flute. And wanted to know if it was
Why? Why did we
white
do
or
that?
dark. Do you all remember that?
Yeah, I know, but I can't remember. I thought we had a different reason you was calling the liquor store.
No, it was for that, and he was looking it up. Thank gosh that music store never called me back.
Oh, I would have
Yeah.
had fun with them if they did.
I was gonna no hablo inglés.
Well, that one guy at the liquor store was like, "No, we don't sell that."
Why don't you call it? Yeah, why don't you call a deli and ask if they sell a tube steak hoagie?
Hold on.
Oops, like boogie.
Well, I'm going differently with it.
Whoa, crap! I just called Todd upstairs by
Crafting
mistake.
goes. I told you to. You should just call him and let him answer it and say, can I order a tube steak, honey? Will you call and place me an order for a tube steak hoagie?
Okay, hold on.
I'm muting.
I have to find. Okay, this is Tampico Meat Market in La Quinta, California.
Call
I'm not doing the star 6 7 stuff. I don't.
I'm muting.
Bath and Body Works and have them have a golden shower stock. They're closed, but not out west. Maybe not. See if
Dang,
they have.
you know what a golden shower
I
is?
will do that one. I know what that is. I'll do that one next.
No, it ain't the oil of Olay stuff.
Right, girl.
Hold on, y'all. My baby's crying outside the door.
With mayo.
With extra
Ooh,
mayo,
I do know what that is.
extra sour cream.
Baby, come in. Come on. Come on. All right. Hold on. I had to let my pup in.
Kimmy, you got to figure out one for
Yeah.
yourself too, without laughing.
I don't know what though.
Okay. I'm asking for a what? A tube steak hoagie?
Yep, with extra mayonnaise.
Okay.
Extra mayonnaise.
Okay.
A
Hold
tube
on.
steak
Where's
sub.
steak?
Oop,
Oh crap! It said call failed. Hold on.
look
This
at
is.
me, I mute so quick. Extra man goo. No.
Oh, hold on. Okay.
Large.
So I'm asking for an extra large
Yep.
hoagie with
An
or
extra
two
large? Ooh.
an extra large tube.
Extra tube steak hoagie with extra mayonnaise.
Okay. All right.
A foot long.
What? It says open and now it says call failed again. What the heck? All right, I'm gonna try this other one.
Okay.
Hi, do you guys sell extra large tube steak hoagies with extra mayo?
Yeah.
You do sell them?
No, the kitchen is closed.
Oh, even for special orders. Okay. All right. Well, I'll try. But tomorrow you would have a tube steak hoagie.
Yeah, please. Tomorrow is Saturday.
Tomorrow.
Open at 8 to 6.
Okay. Tube steak hoagie tomorrow, 8 to 6. All right. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate
See you
it.
tomorrow.
Okay. See you
You're welcome.
tomorrow for
Have a
that
good
tube
day.
steak hoagie. Okay. Bye. So I'm
Duh.
going now. I'm going
That,
now.
that didn't go well for you.
I'm going straight now. This poor woman. Good Lord.
I muted Kimmy. Hold on, because I never trust her. Okay.
Ah,
Don't
this
ever
poor
trust
woman.
me.
I mute so you don't laugh, and you asked questions the last time in the middle of the call.
I know. Did you hear me, Joni?
No, I didn't hear you.
I muted
Good.
you first.
Oh, you muted me?
Yeah. You remember last week you were asking all the questions when I was calling.
But she did promise me that I could get a tube steak hoagie tomorrow between 8 and 6.
Yeah,
Is
you need to.
cheesesteak real?
Extra large with extra mayo. And
I don't
this
think you
was,
got
if
a extra
anybody's
mayo.
curious, this was California Meat Market and Taqueria Butcher Shop. I mean, they should know. Indio, California is where it was.
What's a FOMO?
Fear of missing out.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So, but the Tampico Meat Market was kept failing
Huh.
for one. She sounded very sure that I could get it tomorrow, but I don't think she
You
knew
better show up.
what it was. Okay,
I
it's
think
only a 5-hour flight.
she kind of sounded Asian or,
Yeah.
Asian descent, kind of.
Oh, I thought she sounded Latino. Either way, she sounded very sure
Whatever.
that I could get it tomorrow, but she wasn't. I don't think she knew what it was. I mean, I didn't. I'm still not quite sure what it is, and I don't want to look it up and have stuff suggested to me.
Hey,
I still get stuff
Tony.
suggested to me.
Tony, just listen it out. Tube steak.
Hmm. I'm still thinking pool noodle. I don't know why.
I'm looking it up.
Kimmy, you don't know what it is?
I mean, I know what it's supposed to mean, but
Okay, I looked it up too. It says it's slang for a hot dog.
Mm.
Keep looking.
hot diggity dog. It does say Frankfurter hot dog.
All right,
Vulgar
so
slang.
Which
slang.
resembles
It
a
says
Slang.
long
here.
thin tube.
Same as a skin flea.
Oh, and it says a hot dog that refers to a man's human penis.
Oh, okay.
And she can sell you
I
one
don't understand what
tomorrow.
the hot dog has to do with it, but whatever.
And she can sell you one tomorrow, though.
Between
Don't
8
worry
and
about
Well,
6.
it.
maybe they can. Maybe they sell them out back.
Okay, Kimmy, what's yours? Big Mama
What's
said,
mine?
call
What?
Jiffy Lube and see what they charge for a rim job.
No, gosh. I do know
Oh
what that
my
is.
god!
I will.
Oh,
Oh,
God. You're gonna. Well,
okay. Go ahead and take my turn.
Oh, you do it, Kimmy?
No, I'm still eating.
No,
You
if
can
you
have
do
my
it,
turn, Dee.
I
if
think
we
it'll just add to
You can
the.
have my turn.
No, you can have my turn because I'm not doing it.
you're not doing
Jan,
none,
come on.
I'm innocent.
If
Peer
you're in,
pressure.
we know you're not
Jen,
innocent.
you are far from innocent.
Downtown Hawaii.
You
You
are
should probably call
far.
the police department.
The the police?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
glad I got a witness, D.
trying to get me arrested.
Jiffy Lube. Uh,
I'm muting.
I'm not doing it yet. Calm down. I'm looking up for the number. Jeepers creepers.
I
Do
don't.
y'all sell rim jobs?
Oh, gosh.
I'm gonna order it. Hold on. I'm gonna just say how much they charge for a rim job. Don't screw me up, okay?
So
Here we go.
you want the rim job?
I don't know. They told me to do it. Who told me to do it?
No, I know, but you're asking them if they want
Well,
it, or do they
well, I'm
sell
calling
them?
for a rim job. But
Are you going to ask if they want a rim job, or do they sell a rim job?
how much are you willing to pay for a rim job?
So y'all charge too much for rim jobs. I can do it a lot cheaper.
You want to go in a bidding war with me? War with me?
Yeah, we'll do that.
We'll do that. We'll play it off. Wait, hold
Pearl
on.
Cottage. My
Hey,
niece is
girl.
16, was working at Taco Bell, and a guy called in asking if anybody there had a big taco. He came home and told my sister about that. So clueless.
Wait, he
Oh
asked how
Lord.
much for a rim job because I believe a rim job is a real job, isn't it? For a car? Or no?
I
I
have
thought
no
you I thought you bought rims, but not I don't know.
Well, a rim job could be adding the rims on my car,
Yeah.
right?
Or the rims on your lips.
Nah, Canada Goose.
Oh.
Would it? Nah, a Canadian Goose would come. What are you laughing at? I can't thank you. Why are you laughing? Am I
You
lost, guys? What?
will just come crap on your head
If you're
if you
putting
put
rims on.
it's a rim job.
Well, should, or the rims on theirs. How much would you call? Wait a minute. How much would you charge for rims on your car?
No.
Rims on your tube steak.
A rib job. Ask them if the store next door sells skin flutes.
What about if I ask them how much they charge for a lube job? Kimmy, I think you and I are the only ones that find it funny.
No, sorry, I was texting someone.
I was
No,
muted, but I'm back now.
no.
Oh
What do you
Lord.
charge for a rim job? Hold
A lube job.
on. What?
Oh God.
Hold on,
Oh,
baby.
this one closes soon. Hold on. Where's the phone
I'm
number?
muting myself because I got to run upstairs and talk to Todd real quick. I'll be right back.
Oh no.
About a rim job?
No,
Yeah,
Big Mama says no. What
he
do you
is in the
charge?
bathtub. It's good
What do
time.
you charge for a rim job?
Oh, come on.
Dublin's.
Hold on. Let's see. Hold
Ask
on.
if they're running a special on rim jobs.
Okay, that'll ask.
Yeah.
You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service.
Oh,
Seriously?
If you feel you have reached this recording in
you
error,
can't
Oh, I
get a
did.
decent rim job.
call
What? What'd you say?
I said you can't get a decent rim job these days.
No. 8 3 3 4. You can hear it, right?
thank you
Mm-hmm.
for calling Jiffy Lube, which is located
Do you
at
feel?
433 West Avenue. We are open 7 to 7 Monday through Friday, 6 on
Are you
Saturday.
calling out on the West Coast?
Yeah,
Please
but
visit our
it's
website
now
at
too late
jiffylube.com for
Oh,
coupons.
because it's 7:01 over there. Hold on. Dang it.
you
I think these
waited too
places are
long.
onto you.
What'd you say,
I think
Jan?
these places are all onto you now.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, they're not. Jiffy Lube. Show more locations.
they sent out a fax.
Yep.
Close, close,
I
close, close, close.
don't even
They're
think
all
they use fax
they're
machines
all
anymore.
closed even in the West Coast, so it's too late.
Well, darn.
Okay. Well, Taco Bell ain't closed.
What time is it in Hawaii,
Girl, I don't know.
Alaska?
Hey Siri, what time is it in Hawaii? It's 4:02 p.m.
Call a Jiffy Lube there.
Okay, hold up. You really want me to do this one?
You ain't getting out of it.
Guess what? You getting one too. Jiffy Lube Hawaii. Okay.
We're serious about this stuff.
Oh, I just had one. Dang it.
I didn't know they were 5 hours behind us, though.
Honolulu White call. Oh, they're open. Hold on. Okay.
Told you.
6, 7. Yeah, only you would know, Kim.
That's right. I
What am
learned
I
that in
asking
high.
again?
Oh shit. Are they running specials on rim jobs?
Okay, yep.
Yeah. Are y'all running specials on rim jobs? That's what you said.
Located at 2550 South Baratania Street. We are open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., Sunday, closed. We offer the convenience of fast service and no appointments ever needed.
Blah, blah, blah.
Request a
Come on.
service estimate or receive a coupon for your next
I want a
visit.
coupon estimate
at 701
on a lube job. No,
701.
on a
To
rim
speak to
job.
a team member at this store, press 1.
What do I want? A rim job. Okay. I'm gonna kill you.
University Jiu-Jitsu Loop, how may I help you?
Yes, I'm wondering, are you running a special on rim jobs?
What are you looking for?
A rim job.
You need new rims or?
Right. How much would it cost for the rim job?
What kind of vehicle do you have?
2018 Buick Lucerne.
Okay, and you're looking for new rims or new tires?
Yeah, a rim job. I guess it would be both, right?
Well, what kind of rims or what's wrong with the rims that you have?
It hit the curb and there's a dent in it, or like a.
Ah, I see. Okay, so you don't repair rims.
Okay.
I sell tires.
Do you sell rims so I can get the rim job, or?
So, like I said, we don't sell rims or repair rims. Are you able to drive the vehicle?
No.
Do you have a spare tire?
I think I have a little donut.
Yeah. If you want, you can bring the vehicle by with the spare tire on.
Okay.
And I can see if we can replace.
We want a large rim job.
The same rim.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye-bye. I am going. Where's she at? I can't unmute her. Why? I'm gonna. Kimmy, unmute yourself because I'm gonna knock you out. God damn her. It won't let me unmute her. I'm gonna knock her out.
She can unmute herself. Come on.
That, you little turd. You would yell that. Like, seriously.
Big Mama
Yeah, Sally, I
told me
think he was a
to.
native Hawaiian and he didn't get it.
Big Mama told me to.
She did? Where the heck?
She said a big one.
All right,
Oh
Kimmy.
God.
Someone said call somewhere in here. What was it?
They're all closed.
No, we'll call Hawaii, okay? Chatty says call Victoria's Secrets and ask if they
I
carry
just spit out.
bras and a
I just spit
double.
out my drink because I took a drink and you had me laughing. Oh Lord!
Wait. So what did I miss?
Oh, you missed it, Joni.
Oh, I
You
heard the rim
missed
job.
it.
I heard the rim job.
Okay.
That was funny. Chatty
Oh,
says the haters are hating. What did I miss on the hate?
Who said that?
why? Why? We're just having fun.
I don't know, but there's a couple bitter. I mean, one
I didn't
especially just so bitter.
see
What did I
anything.
miss? Hold
Did
on.
anybody write any? Oh, who cares?
Anything?
That's too funny.
Are you sure that's what you saw?
Well, Chatty said the haters are hating, so I was like, what did I miss on haters?
Uh,
Oh, I just saw that. Sorry.
how do I go up in the chat? Because Canuck
Oh,
asked
who's
something.
hate?
Hold on. Hold on. Where do I go?
Oh, Canuck told me to call Subway.
Oh, you, Jan.
Yeah, but
You.
she's a
Oh,
troublemaker, so no.
Oh, and this is for you, Kim. Call Victoria's Secret and ask if they carry bras in a double N.
a double N. I can tell you that's no.
What?
Double
What's a
no.
double N mean?
Go look it
Big.
up to see if there's a double N.
I've heard of an H cup, but I don't
Call
think.
a locksmith and ask if you can get out of handcuffs. What if you are chained to a headboard? Will they cuff you?
No, call the clinic and say never mind.
What?
Never mind.
It's for
Never
you to do
mind.
anyways. It's your call.
I can't. I can't do
Why?
that. Mm-mm.
What to
Not
ask
that
them?
one.
What to?
I'll tell you on a private
Okay.
platform.
Jan, why don't you call a locksmith and ask them if
No.
they can help you out of the handcuffs? You're chained to the headboard and your husband left you for 2 days.
That has happened, but it's highly frowned upon up here, and I don't want the Mounties to come and get me.
Yeah, you don't want to.
My big mama said, but Fredwicks of Hollywood does. So we can get you to call Fredwicks of Hollywood and ask for the price of a bra in this cup size N.
I know, but what's the significance to it?
They're huge, Tom. Huge.
You would fall over if you had double N boobs.
Oh,
Kimmy,
so they
Google.
don't make them, right?
Right.
Oh,
I don't know. Do they?
I
Let
don't
me
know.
look.
Who's got
I feel
Google up?
like they do.
I'm looking.
I'm looking. Big mama said
I'm
they
looking.
don't.
Huh. Oh no! Wow, they go up. They go pretty big. Double A to a K plus. Wow.
What? Oh my word!
Let me look.
What's the
Okay.
plus? What's the
Quadruple.
plus? I mean, like, when did they
I
get
mean, if
tracked?
you're a cat, you don't need the plus.
I know.
Let me look here.
For heaven's sake! I mean,
I mean, right?
okay,
Listen,
Oh,
Joni, me and you are the brave one.
okay.
And Jan and Kimmy are kind of punks.
I'm a wuss. Sorry.
I know you're not.
I. I'm. Oh, I'm gonna send you a picture. I don't even know what size this is, but
Oh my
Double
god!
D is enough. Big Mama, that's what I had. At one point was a double D until I had that breast reduction.
no, this is not a double
And
D.
He
it
is.
was overflowing double D. Mine was. And they were all natural. And they were heavy. Oh, I wonder what size Jerry wears.
Well,
I
you
feel
have
I
like
to.
don't even
she's
want to
told
think
us
about it.
before.
I'm sure she
What?
has.
She
I feel like
has?
I feel like she's told us before. Like when she
Really?
was trying all them dresses on. Remember that?
She had a
I remember.
drawer full of really beautiful bras.
I
I don't
She
know
think
it.
did.
I ever wore them, but
They had like lace and everything. And
they were expensive too, I'm sure.
mm-hmm.
I threw away like I should have donated 3 of them. One of them was what do you call it? The strap on the right back just would not come untwisted no matter what I did.
Oh,
So
I can't stand that.
I hate that. I mean, seriously, I loved that bra, but I just hated it for it. Like we had a love hate relationship. I had bad words with that bra. So anyway, I threw them away. And I was thinking today, I was like, with these ladies that are selling everything, I could have done the claw on my lingerie drawer, and said,
Yeah.
okay, who wants some of my, who would? I mean,
The
okay,
claw.
but
What was
I
that
have to
other
say,
lady's name?
I don't like a lot of fake
Colleen,
jewelry.
No, the other lady,
Tracy.
Tracy. Yeah.
Uh huh. Yeah.
Um, they were showing some really nice silver rings. The 925 sterling silver,
Mm-hmm.
and the other lady, Colleen, she said that she had the 925s like scattered throughout the jar. But I mean, if they're not
I mean, like Dee just said, she doesn't like a lot of custom. Like I love Julie Voss. I love Stella and Dot.
Yeah, but that's not what they were pulling out of that thing.
Well, I mean, and I admit I do love some, like if I love the big seed bead earrings or something, I don't care who makes them. I don't care,
Yeah.
if I got them from Timu or something. I don't care. I don't know if Timu even makes those. I should probably check. But she had a pair of earrings. Colleen did recently that the cheapest I've seen them for is $30 at Etsy. And I just haven't bought them because I would only wear them, for my birthday. They're happy birthday seed bead earrings with the cake and just really pretty intricate work or whatever. And I've seen some cheaper versions of them and they look cheapy. And so I was like, oh my gosh, that's so, and I should have bid on them because I could have gotten them for like $7 because sometimes they'll do buy it nows and sometimes they're just, you do get in a bidding war or whatever. And I, haven't done that, but I should have, or I did bid on them, but I was like, oh, I don't really know. And man, I should have gotten them because I'd forgotten that the cheapest I'd seen them was $30. So some stuff, and like I said, I don't care if it's, I guess it just depends on what you like to wear and what, I don't know. I can't wear any jewelry for very long in my ears. It doesn't matter what kind of post. Those hyperallergenic, no, they still tear my ears up.
I have to wear the 14 karat on the posts, or I get all little bumps behind my ears and such.
Mine get
Mine
really
get
itchy
itchy and
after a couple of hours, and yeah, and if I leave them in, they'll get like, that's gross, like crusty. I mean, you know what I mean? Like they
yeah.
start
No, I
getting,
get it.
yeah, they do. My ears do not like it. So, but yeah, I mean, it just depends on what. I mean, there's some people in there that are buying, and I'm like, where are you putting all this? So maybe a lot of them are resellers. I don't know. Um, I mean, my husband bought me
I
one
didn't
of
like
those. Have
that.
y'all seen those cabinets that go on the wall? It's basically a mirror. Um, it's like a full length body
Oh
mirror.
yeah, full length body mirror that you opened up and it's
You
a
open the
jewelry.
door. Yeah, he was going to
Yeah.
make me one, and he was like, you know what? I'm just going to buy it. And I mean, I'm shocked at how quickly I filled that up. You know what I mean? Like I don't have half my earrings in it. And so I'm going to do that next week too. I'm going to start going through like a drawer at a time, like I did with my bras. And I don't know, I don't think I'm going to do the claw thing, but I am going to try to do some donating and then I might Poshmark a few of the things and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but do y'all find like, you even with as much stuff as you love, you still seem to rotate some of the same stuff the most often. Like,
Over and over. Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
my favorites I seem to go to all the time. And obviously, those would be my things I would take to a desert island. But I do still like
I
having
don't wear a
options.
lot of jewelry though.
I don't either because it tears up my skin. But when I go out, I do like to put on um, I have. I showed you guys in a haul like around Christmas. I've got a necklace that I wore to the tournament the other day, and I don't know. I mean, I do like having options, I guess is what I'm saying, but I don't need tons and tons because I just don't wear it enough, you know?
I got some of the cutest sterling silver jewelry from Timu. Some of my cutest sterling silver
I
is
did
Timu.
not know that Timu sold sterling silver.
Sterling
Holy,
silver.
Yes,
Yes. Yes.
I'm
I
impressed
love
by that.
sterling silver.
Wow. And you guys, so the other day I
It don't
found these
irritate my
tennis
skin.
skirts on Amazon and they are an exact dupe for gold hinges tennis skirts. I mean, an exact dupe. And I have two I might have three gold hinge tennis skirts, and those aren't real expensive. They're $50. That's cheap compared to Lululemon or Fabletics. But Amazon, $30. Exact dupe. And then I'm on Amazon, I'm on Temu the other day, and it's the exact same brand and
Oh,
everything.
I
And
know.
they had them for $17 instead of 30. I mean, that's a $13 savings. And I know it's the same thing. It's literally the
It's the
exact
same
same brand.
company.
Now,
What they do, they are able to mark it up on
mhm,
Amazon. So
yeah,
those Temu sellers also sell to Amazon.
right, right. Now I would love to find like I recently found some new sheets. I would love to find like those on Temu. I mean, my gosh, you guys, those sheets, I'm going to share them on my channel because I had literally called my husband in our bedroom today, and I was like, you got to come see this. And I was like, I probably jumped the shark a bit on that, because when he gets in here, he's going to be like, you really called me in here to see the bed, like the sheets, whatever. But even he, you guys, a man, was impressed and was like, buy some more of those today. And I was like, well, I got them on sale the other day. And he was like, how much more are they? They're like $12 more. And he's like, I don't care. Buy still. So you guys, these sheets, I'm going to share them on my channel. They are the best sheets I've ever had. They blow away sheets that I once had some from Pottery Barn, and then I've had some from, I can't remember if it's West Elm or Crate and Barrel. It's one of the two. It's not both. Blow those out of the water. And these are from Amazon. They're 1,000 thread count, but and they're Egyptian cotton. So they are so good. I mean, they're such good quality, but I have never seen, how, the fitted sheet can be a pain where, these even have an extra band of elastic. I just would have to take a picture of it. They're the highest quality sheets I have ever, I mean, they're amazing. I'm blown away that they're not $150. I can't believe they're under $100. So, yeah, you guys, I would love to find those at Temu, but I don't know if they, you know what I mean? Like how much. I've not found like good curtains or good, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. Maybe you can. I just haven't looked well enough, but
Well,
people
if
that
you
say
if you
it's coming
take a
from China,
screenshot, you know what I mean, of the one that you
and
like,
Google it. Yeah.
and try to do it over on Temu, you might be able to see.
It's just difficult. I did try that. It's difficult when it's just neutral colored sheets, because that pulls up so many things, and it's not,
Right,
I
yeah.
mean, there's not a pattern that it's recognizing.
Or maybe take a picture of yours with the double, how you said, the double elastic.
That double
Yeah,
elastic. Yeah. I mean, it is
maybe.
just amazing how well made these sheets are. But, again, so, oh, and another tip I was going to give everybody. So I told Dee this, and Dee knew it ahead of time. So I'm replacing my makeup, you guys. And, so I was trying to decide, because Sephora's got they've got a sale going on right now. And if you're an insider, it's, they have like a free level of insider or a pay level of insider. You can get use the code save more until April 14th to get, a certain percentage. It's not much, but it's still, off of any brand. They don't have any exclusions that I know of. And so I told Dee the other day, I was like, oh my gosh, Dee, I think it was yesterday. I was like, I just found some of these same products that I'm getting for sale at Walmart. And it's just from I think from like an individual seller or something. So, but my point is, I didn't know that you could get like a MAC lip liner from Walmart, or a Tarte, what do you call it? Concealer from for instance, that's $32 at Sephora. I just found it now that like Dee told me, a lot of times it's very limited colors, instead of having like 35 shades, they only had 2, but one of them happens to be my shade. And I was able to get it for $9 or like
Awesome.
$9.89 instead of $32. Y'all, that's insane.
Yeah.
Or like Anastasia Beverly Hills, her brow dip pots or whatever, those are normally, I don't know, like 20 something dollars. They had one for 9 something, and it's in my exact color. And I was like, what? I can't believe this. I mean, is it a return or what? It doesn't say. So yeah, that's a tip.
They're not returns normally. It's just individual sellers selling them.
And they
So
just
they
have
might
like
have
some
bought a
left
mass.
over.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like I'm piecemealing it a little bit instead of getting one big order from one place. But so what? If I'm, I mean, the savings I added up last night was it was well over $130.
Right. And then
Just
that elf, I'm telling you, that elf camo is a dupe for the Tarte.
the Tarte
Yeah.
Shape Tape concealer. Wow.
Yeah.
I've got, and
And
Kimmy uses that too. I've got to
yeah.
try that.
Kimmy,
Yeah.
what do you think?
Oh my God, Jan.
What?
What? I'm standing up walking, so I didn't see what
The
has been.
Discord picture.
Oh
Oh,
my Lord. I was about to
64
post
triple
something.
Z.
What?
Wow.
64 triple Z is the size that the bras go up to at this one shop that I looked at.
I think
Good
Wow.
so.
gracious. Did you say Z?
Yes.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to see if I can
Go
do
on
this.
there and look.
Hey,
Go.
Linda.
I'm going to try
Y'all,
to show it up here. Give me
You
a
are
second.
gonna die.
please share this,
This is
because
Please.
I
bigger than
think
Dolly
all 4 of us
Parton.
could fit in it. Do you need water, baby?
I even think it
A
would be too
hundred
large
and
for Jerry.
$77.
The one in the picture, I'm sure, is not that size, but I can just imagine.
Right. Gotta.
Wow. How
Oh,
much? I'm
shit.
just
That is
curious.
bigger
How
than
much is a
Dolly
triple?
Parton.
Is a zebra?
A 64 ZZZ.
$177.
Wow.
Okay,
Let me
let's see.
see.
No,
I'm
I was
just
going in
trying to
there to
get it up
post
there.
something.
Let's see. Let me go to my email.
That's Canadian dollars, though. So
Oh, okay. So it's more for you than it
yes,
would be us, correct?
yes, yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Inbox. There it
So maybe
is.
like $140, $130.
Right,
I
right.
don't know.
I just couldn't imagine.
That would be painful to have to
No,
carry that
I can't
around.
imagine. Are you going to share the
Yeah, I'm
screen?
doing it now. Give me one
Okay.
second. Let's
I couldn't
see.
imagine either.
No way.
I wouldn't leave it up there too long because I don't know if you get a somebody reports you or something.
It just looks like a top,
You can't
really, the one
report
on
it for a
the
Oh,
left.
bra.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you never
They did that.
know.
Good Lord. Oh, why is it not showing? Hold on.
I
It's
mean,
not
this
sharing right.
they look bigger than Dolly Parton.
Yeah. Oh, way
A
bigger.
lot bigger.
Yep. Okay,
And
here.
she
It
has
should
some big ones.
tell me if that comes up.
Yeah, it's up.
Okay. There you go. Could you imagine carrying those?
Mm-mm.
I
No
don't see
way.
it on
Oh,
the page. I see
huh?
it. I see it on StreamYard, but I don't see it on the
Oh,
YouTube.
yeah, I don't see it on YouTube either.
Really?
I see it on StreamYard.
It's on now. Now it's on.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's just a delay because that's how.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
But
Oh
I don't
Lord.
even think
Jan
that
went down
one in
the
the
rabbit
picture
hole.
is. I don't think that in the picture is even that size, though. I think it's
Why
much.
don't you look up? I wonder if it would show if you looked up more images, if it would show actually someone wearing that
I don't
size.
know. Let me look.
That's some Canadian size knockers. Ha ha ha, said Chetty.
We grow them big.
Going big or going home. Now, I do have to say, I think Jim would like that. He likes big breasted
Oh,
women.
yeah.
He does. No, I'm not getting any pictures. Like any
Oh,
images.
no.
No.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine the pressure, the pulling on the back and the neck.
No.
Ain't no way.
No, because I'm telling you right now, a overflowing double D hurt my neck so bad.
That's a big
Hey,
old bra.
yeah.
I
Did we
mean,
lose
and
Joni?
really,
Joni's muted.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize I hadn't muted myself back. I went in our bedroom again.
Oh,
Um, Hubs is on the bed listening to a podcast, so I just closed the door. I didn't want it to be loud to him listen. But y'all, I get told by our main troll that I have no boobs. Did I have a mastectomy? First of all, to even say
what?
that about a mastectomy is just disgusting because I would never, you know what I mean, say
right.
that to somebody about, like if they had to have their, but anyway, I've been asked that many times. And y'all, I wear a 36D. I know my hair covers them a good bit, but I do not have small breasts. But, also get told I have fake teeth and fake hair, and both are real.
I'm
So,
looking for something. I
yeah,
wish you.
but
So
it's
just
just,
because you don't wear all these slutty looking clothes and your boobs hanging out, people are gonna act like you don't have no. I mean, you're a
well, I mean,
respectful
my
lady,
husband
okay?
my husband said, what, that to me just shows, that he was like, you notice, what did he say? He laughed and said something about, because I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I should do a video showing that I can eat all the things that people with real teeth can eat. And nothing wrong with people if you don't have it, but it's just, I mean, anyway, it just, and then the thing about the 3060, I'm like, what? And so the other thing he said, he was like, it sounds to me like she's a really big lady. If she, and nothing wrong with big, but if you think a 3060 is, you know what I mean, like flat,
Hmm.
then are yours like this? Are you really rotund or
Or
something?
are
But
you Jerry?
yeah,
You're very obsessed with your appearance, that's for sure.
yeah.
Oh, it's
So
called jealousy.
it's
Hmm.
You
I
know,
was
it's
trying to find something. I'm trying to look for it right now.
It's
I'm
called
looking
being
through
jealous.
screenshots. I want to share something with you, and I
but
can't
y'all,
get it.
if my breasts were any bigger, so to get personal, I would want a remit. You know what I mean? Like I would not want I. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want that. I would be to me that would be uncomfortable
Mm-hmm.
because like
Right.
it causes back pain.
Yes.
And I need to share my favorite bra, y'all, because when I threw those out, I'm stocking up on bras again. And my favorite one is from Vanity Fair, and it has the back is it's like a smoothing bra, and it has no elastic. Like it has, I don't know how to describe it, but it is the
We used to
comfiest
have a
bra.
Vanity Fair here,
I just get mine from Amazon or from Macy's,
right?
and
But we used to have the store.
but I would love to go in the store itself.
Oh yeah,
It
it's
is
nice.
so comfy. It is really, I mean, to for a wire bra, which is all I wear, but that's what something I'm going to do this year. I'm going to get myself, since I like to sleep in my bra, since everybody was dying to know, I'm going to get myself a couple of those, like sports bras to sleep in, the really comfy ones that are really
Make sure you
stretchy.
screenshot a receipt of it. I want to see it the next live.
Okay, okay. But if anybody has one they
In
like to
case
sleep in,
anybody
let me
says you
know.
didn't order no size whatever C whatever you said you was. It's
Yeah.
your proof.
God, I know. It's just
And
ridiculous.
and to say
But
that you're a
that's what my
banter,
husband
come
said. He
on.
said it better, but he
I,
was like,
no,
what a
but
compliment, Kimmy. He said that basically she's saying both look so good that they look fake. So I was like, okay, maybe that's how,
well,
she meant
hell,
it. But no, it's meant to be mean.
nothing screams harder than I'm jealous than to say to point out somebody's teeth when their teeth are gorgeous.
Well, I
Okay,
guess,
your
well,
teeth
thank
are
you.
gorgeous. For her to,
No.
pick out how beautiful your teeth are by saying they look fake, that means they're jealous to me.
But
Mm-hmm.
y'all
I
have
mean,
seen that picture of me. I'm not showing it on the internet because we know how the trolls operate. It would be somebody's profile photo and that kind of thing. But you've seen that trauma photo of me where like I had to have after anyway, you've
yes.
seen the picture. I've been through a lot to save my teeth. So
Right. Yep.
after that accident. So
Just
yeah.
take it as ignorance. It's just that's all it is. It's pure ignorance.
Well, people
Um.
are just it's to me, I just
No,
hate that
but
women are
why do
so
you want to
mean.
be jealous? But
Well,
why do
Well,
you want to
Joni
be
and I need to go
jealous?
on a diet.
oh, I know, but we're both told now that we've gained weight too, and I'm like, God,
Yeah,
I
but
can't.
I have. I went from 135
If
to
them
150,
trolls knew
152.
how we cracked up on some of them posts,
Oh, I have no idea. No idea how
Oh,
we
we
got.
have the best time laughing. I mean,
I
at
know
least,
it gives us entertainment,
yeah.
big time.
And I wanted to point out something from earlier about,
Even the mean ones were like, God forgive them. I mean, come on. If you're that ignorant,
well, if you're
come
that
on now.
bitter that you spend your evening, your
Because we're
day, all night long making up alias after alias after alias, saying the same thing and making such sloppy mistakes. It
Not
is,
just that, saying the exact same thing
yes,
2
right.
minutes apart, 3 minutes apart.
different
You're not the same
aliases.
troll. You're not that same troll.
Okay, right.
It's hysterical.
Yeah. So,
You
and
give
Yeah,
making
but
the
yourself
same
away.
all we
mistake,
do is
like
make fun of
glaring
it
mistake.
though.
Yeah. Well, we have a good time laughing about it. I mean, we do at least, have some find some good humor out of it.
Mhm.
Um, I was going to say about when Jerry was brought up earlier. I don't know that Rebecca has been around how long she has been around or not, but the only thing I wanted to say about that was that it should be very powerful to Rebecca to at least she says she likes to research, and I believe her. I think she's kind about both sides of politics and that kind of thing, and she does try to to see things from a different point of view, that kind of thing. So the only thing I would ask there is that she look into why it is that so many people, because I'm telling you right now, the statistics do not support this many people just being haters. We were all her supporters.
Right.
Dee has literally given the woman $100 before. That's not a hater.
Well, I used
This
to
is
like her. I mean, I did.
Why you
yeah.
gotta keep
So,
bringing that up? I was so mad about that.
but not
Well,
only that, y'all, but her own best
I'm
friend
just
and
now
her
getting
own
over D doing
mother-in-law.
that.
But listen to me, Kimmy. How powerful is it when your own best friend and your own mother in law both basically see the same thing? You know what I mean? That's a big deal when the people in your orbit, your family, so I think that's a big deal that people have, to varying degrees, whatever. But we've seen that, people, in other words, we don't have, it's been said that we brainwash Sally. I'm glad you think we're that talented, but we don't have that power. We
No,
just don't. We
no.
don't have that power to brainwash her. And I would never want to do that to anyone. I don't want to make Sally do anything that she's going to wake up a week from now or 6 months from now and regret. But when everybody has the same advice, including your best friend, your, somebody that, was very close to you, whatever the case, I just think it's, at least do your
Do your
homework,
own research, right?
do your
Go
research,
and look
look
at her
into
old videos.
why,
Yeah,
please, because there's proof of, some very, very, very damning things that made people. I mean, Jan was one of the very last. I hope you don't mind me saying, but Jan, you were one of the very last people to be like, I just can't do this.
Mm-hmm.
So Jan was a perfect example of somebody that was not a hater. Jan
No.
did not want to hate Jerry. She defended Jerry. She, and
I think
finally,
Jan hated me before.
I was probably kind of rude to you.
sorry.
Was she
Sorry.
You
rude
know
to
what?
me
That's a
too?
loyal. That's a loyal friend. That's a loyal supporter. She was,
Right.
that's what she was doing. She was being loyal,
I
and so I
remember
just,
Jan.
What's that?
I remember you, Jan.
You remember me? Did I
Yeah.
come at you?
No,
I don't, but I
I
totally.
just remember you in the chat. Like,
Yeah.
And it's right. It's Jerry's family is not even there for her.
Right, your
That's
own
a
family.
huge thing.
yeah.
It's
It's
not
a
one person. It's
huge.
the whole family. The whole family.
It's huge, man.
What?
And I don't
Exactly.
think they want her. I don't think they want her in New York.
No.
No,
But I just wanted to say that, I regret some of the things I've said in the past.
me too.
I
I
do
deleted
not,
him.
when I'm in her chat,
Sharon doesn't
I
listen
am
anymore.
being honestly kind. It's not like you're allowed to say anything else, but it's not like being mean is going to do any good anyway. So, by saying what I say, I mean it. I'm not being fake. I get accused of that as well. Is it easy to, to sit there and watch someone? But the only other thing I would ask is, why do Sally's feelings not count too?
Right.
Because Sally matters, and she was miserable and she was being bled dry. Why is that okay? So that's the only other thing, is it would be helpful. I would love, because I would love because Rebecca has shown that she's fair on things. I would love for her to show that she's, willing to look into that. And I don't say that to try to bring division between them at all. I'm not trying to get, you know, Rebecca angry at Jerry. I just want her to educate herself. And I guarantee you, we're going to get hate. I will get, I'll show them. They're so
Well,
typical.
it's not you. I mean, you're fine. They House of Joan, blah blah. They think it's just all me. I mean, and it wasn't just me. It was several other people.
Well, my gosh, Dee, she 99% of her supporters literally have walked away because they were so appalled at different times.
Right.
And so that should be alarming. That's all I'm saying, is when somebody has lost. So if you're talking about, she likes to talk about Trump or tariffs or Iran or whatever the case, whoever it is, I'm not trying to turn this political, but if you had on that particular person proof that you could show that 99% of their, now I get that her subs still look like they're that number, but if you look, she should be getting way bigger views and way
Right.
bigger comments at 70,000 subs. And that should show
But
you.
she
And
doesn't. But
She does the
but she
Jerry and
doesn't.
vlogs.
Yeah, she doesn't do it on her big channel. And I
But
True.
still don't understand why.
why didn't those 70,000 subs come from her big channel over to the vlog channel?
Good point. Good point. So I just want her to know,
They didn't
know
want to be
that
her
I
belly
don't.
aching.
I agreed actually when she was saying that we should not just try to tear people down and that kind of thing. I'm telling you right now, Dee would be the first person. So would I to get her a housewarming gift if she would go get a place she can afford. If
Yep.
she would go and do for
Heck
herself. If she
no.
would
I'm
get up
not
and
getting
walk.
Jerry in the damn thing.
Well, I'm glad
No.
that you're honest, and I gotta tell you.
If she
I
got her own place with Jim and she did it right and did her
nope,
plan B, I
nope,
would get her something.
nope, nope,
Kimmy,
nope.
nope, nope.
I
I'm not giving
wouldn't.
her a thing.
She stole money for the PPP loan. No, no, no,
She
no,
got her
no.
housewarming
Well,
gift.
and that was another thing that I
Jan, would
wish
you get
Rebecca
her
would look
one?
into.
Nope.
No.
Maybe Rebecca will do that because she does like to do her research. So, that's on her channel where it can be shown that she
Yeah,
spent
it's the hate. What
thousands.
is it? The hate chat, the hate.
Yeah. So the first one that what's it called? Shame on you. Or
Yeah, shame on me, shame on you.
yeah.
Oh God, that was. Yeah,
That's a good
play it.
point, Dee. That
Play that.
video.
Play
Yeah.
that.
But I think
Yeah, play
that,
that. Tag Rebecca.
but more damning to me than even that one is the evidence, the videos before that, where she was showing herself shopping and getting a new mattress, new flooring, all things they could never afford before. Those were all
Right.
bought on the dime of the PPP grants, which were
Yeah, and you're
absolutely
gonna send her a
100%.
housewarming gift? Heck no.
But
And she
listen,
deserves,
I won't
remember,
let
she
you.
said, because she deserves to pay herself.
yeah, and you know what? Kimmy's right. I probably wouldn't have the heart to do it after it because the more each time I think about the PPP things, I get so mad because y'all, there were companies in my area.
Well,
We
not
know too.
that.
I've told y'all about it before that never were able to get back on their feet. That PPP money was 100% only to keep people on the payroll. So Rebecca, if you do listen, it was very, very hard for people to watch her literally yell at everyone and say, how dare you? And these are people we've all
Wait.
supported her
Oh,
for years.
I do want to say, Rebecca, check her comments because I was there standing up for her at that point. I
So
didn't know what it was about. I just knew Jerry Ann was like these hate comments, and I stood up for her in the
the
comments at
way
that
that she
point.
got them was by saying that Jim was her employee and she had a business. Some YouTube channels are a business when they're up in these bigger numbers and they're doing she was not okay. And here's the thing. I just thought of this. You're right. That video, Dee, she admits in that video literally looks in the camera and says, I stocked my pantry for a year.
Yep.
That is not legal. You're not allowed to do that. You're just not allowed to do that. The money was, again, only strictly, even for legal, real companies, it was only to keep employees on the payroll. So by doing that, that would be agreeing with fraud. Okay, so
Yep.
that may be the video also where she said, "I don't have a problem with people getting out of a Rolls Royce or whatever car she said and getting in
Food stamps.
the food stamps line because people hustle differently." Her own husband has admitted she's a con and that she swindles.
Yep.
So it gets very, very hard for each one of us who supported her and fell away at different points because we were like, what? And then she was just mean about it, saying, basically cussing us all out because we dared to question the fact that why, Jerry, would you take this money that was for real companies? And sorry, no, Jim's not your employee. And even if you were a real employee or a real company, you're not allowed to spend it on stocking your pantry for a year. But it wasn't just that. She bought a mattress. She bought tons of
You could
stuffies.
see it. You could just keep watching her
Watch her
vlogs.
videos. And if she wasn't guilty, why did she go in and change the dates of her videos, trying to think that might change,
Because she is guilty.
right. So it was, I mean, so I wish that all I'm trying to convey here is that no one in here will, at least the people on the panel, no one set out to try to, burn Jerry at the stake. And we will get stuff saying that we did, from that one alias that makes up 5,000 aliases and stuff, but that just defends her. Go ahead, but it doesn't change the fact that this is the truth.
But what he's trying to do, they're just trying to make me angry or some of you angry as well. I'm not angry. I
No,
don't think defending an elder person who has been drained of their money, who owns the house, I don't think it's right.
no, it's not right.
And I didn't put it out there, they did.
Right. Nobody makes you get on YouTube and say these things. So, every time I do a video, I am opening myself up to troll comments like, you don't have any boobs and stuff like that. Fine. There are always going to be people like that. But I dare say that the people in here, that's not how any of us ever set out to be on Jerry. Have we gone too far at times? I have. Yes, I've
Yes, I
gotten
have.
very angry
I
with
have.
her, with how she's acted and things she said and things she's did, like when her husband got home from the hospital after an attempt, that was not good mentally, something about himself. I don't want to hurt your video, Dee,
Right.
but you know what I mean? For you to make that all about yourself, that was for me my very last straw. But the one
Right.
before that was the asking to be treated like you have cancer. What?
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was,
that video. That was
my mouth was on
disgusting.
the floor. And then the PPP thing.
I was so mad.
I was so furious about the PPP thing. And I mean, I don't feel like, I know I wasn't there as long as Jan, but again, I applaud somebody who's loyal and who wants to see the best in people. And this was, again,
I
I
just
just,
want to answer a couple things. Amy, yeah, we did just talk about her stock in the pantry. And then Sally says that not unless it was rent money. I don't want to be real nosy if you don't want to say, is the rent money, I hope, the amount of your mortgage? Where
I
you
think,
don't have to say an amount, just
I
is
think
it
she
the
said before it is, but I don't know. I could
okay,
be wrong.
yeah, I don't know either. So you
Yeah.
know me, I'm not in the Discord often. I
And
try, but
we don't have to, and again, we actually tell Sally, you don't need to tell us amounts, you don't need to tell us this, you don't need to tell us that, because, that's not,
I don't need
you know
that
what I mean? That's
personal.
not our
Just
business. We don't need to know. We're not trying to get anybody's exact amounts of this or that. We just know, it's been said before that, well, we know how much Jerry gets a month, and we know that the mortgage is more than
well,
that.
Jerry let us know.
Right. So that's what I was about to say, and she is the one who said that. So, it's again, it's just, you're your own worst enemy here, I
Yeah,
guess.
I
Right.
agree, Martin. Like, why is she asking for housewarming gifts for two squatters that have enough junk over the years to
That's what
open
I
a
don't
gift
get, the
shop in
housewarming.
Sally's home?
Right. It, to me, I'm sorry, y'all. It looks like she got jealous
She
because
didn't
things
move
were given to
nowhere.
Sally. It looks like things were given to Sally, and now she wants that. And to be
Yeah.
fair, you guys, somebody asked her to do it. I think that's mostly people were nosy, because I admit I went and looked at the stuff and that kind of thing, and she wasn't asking for big expensive things in there. But again, you get free groceries, you get a free health aid, you get free 900 something a month, you get free electrical assistance, you get just about every handout that there is out there
Yep.
free. And so it's like, why? I mean, and then you're trying to get Jim to get the same. Can you imagine, you guys, what this world would be like if everyone acted like that?
No.
We'd have the world would go under.
Yeah, it'd be done.
There'd be no doers. It would only be takers.
Right.
So, it just, I mean, and
Well, did you know I'm jealous because
Free
apparently
gas cards
Margarita
too.
donated money and someone else donated money, and I'm just jealous old hag over that?
yeah, apparently so. Yeah.
You
Why are
know?
you
The
jealous
old
of that?
hag is what gets me.
You don't
It's
need
I'm an
Margarita's
old
help.
hag, hey.
Oh,
And you
Dee,
know
jeez.
what?
I've been called that, and the person is older than me
And
by
I wear my
quite a
A
wrinkles
few
lot
years.
proud. I
older.
don't care. I don't care.
Right, y'all.
I'm blessed.
Thank you. I'm not ashamed to say something like a senior this or a senior that. I mean, sometimes you're like, how did we get here? How did time go by that fast? But again, life is short, you guys. I told that story in my last video about us coming up, and I'm not going to say much about it because I know it's triggering for like chatty or whatever for people who've seen trauma. But we ride up to the restaurant and we see this 30-year-old guy. He couldn't have been more than like 33 years old. He is dead on the sidewalk. His dad is having to give him CPR. It was so freaking traumatizing. And we don't know what the cause was or whatever. They were able to bring him back after shocking him 3 different times. But it just reminded me, one of our friends had a scare with lung cancer. He has never smoked, you guys. His brother smokes all the time and her wife smokes. So it's like, you just never know in life. Life is short.
Right.
I'm not trying to vilify Jerry. I'm really not. Our trolls will always say that, but that's not my goal. And I know it's not yours, Dee. It's just
No.
not. So people can think that if they want, but I know her mother-in-law is sweet enough of a person that if that is all we were trying to do, she would not have joined us. She just wouldn't have, because that's not our mission. It's just not. We wanted to empower her to do for
I
her.
really tried to let her know about like how she could get the cheaper cable. And a couple of my subscribers said they called and they were able to get the cheaper cable. Okay, or
Yeah,
internet. I'm sorry, internet.
that's
I
awesome, Dee.
She qualified for a free phone. There's no reason why she shouldn't get that because she could bring her own phone. It's free, and then she could do something cheaper for Jim. So where she could pay like $20 per month for both phones, basically,
Yeah,
right? So
Mhm.
yeah.
I really did try to. It is what it is.
You did try.
Amy, I think the Harry Potter dress. I do think she had that. I'm not sure,
Yeah, I think
but
that was an older
I
one.
Well,
did have
she
one.
has had on a lot of new clothing. I think she did the the big stuff she bought during the pandemic off of that PPP money. We've not seen her haul clothing or anything for a long time, so I think she
Oh,
could have
she won't
used
show.
some
She
clothing.
won't
But
show
yeah,
anything.
exactly. She knows better than to show stuff now because people now are looking and they're like, "Did you report that? Did you this? Did you that?" And again, you can just expect that when you put your life out on the internet, and then you're just mean as a snake. I mean, I it's oh God, it's like she needs a PR company or something who would say, "You are your own worst enemy. You just make things worse for yourself all the time. You look right in the camera and say things like, I would charge my mother-in-law rent when she's paid for you guys for 2 years."
Right.
What? And she saw nothing wrong with that. She was appalled that people were like, "Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you? She hasn't paid her way for you long enough."
Thank
So,
you, Sally.
what's Sally say?
Dee, you have given a lot of good advice.
Oh, you have.
Oh,
Yeah.
a lot.
The phone thing too. Or did I miss that you said that,
I did, yeah, I said the phone and I said, the cheaper internet,
Mhm.
like, it was under $25 for and they tell you, when you call, they will say, "Oh, you only get certain speeds." No, I had a person that worked at a cable department, internet, they cannot slow your speeds down, you're still going over the same thing. It's
Oh,
just
that's good to
something
know.
they try to tell you to encourage you to keep with the higher payment, even though you can't afford it and you're verifying things. So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a company's way to continue to make money, and just that's how the representatives are trained, though, you know?
Yeah.
Well, and Martin says people are stupid to give them money. It's a fraudulent GoFundMe. It is filled with lies, but it's still not enough. I mean, even if she got the whole 15,000, and I get your frustration with that, Martin, but at least we know that this. It's still not enough. She's going to have to. I swear that if she was my friend, I would still be saying you need to get a place you can afford. It is not the loving thing to do for you to be sitting there stressed out every month trying to figure out through a
But
fundraiser how to
but
live here. I
right,
mean,
but think of what she's asking for. Like it's
mhm.
not going to keep her in her house
No.
because
No.
she doesn't think she's going anywhere anyway.
Oh yeah, I mean
So
there's floating shelves.
it's just $15,000 just to put in her pocket or to help remodel, in her
And if you
opinion. I don't
notice, it
know.
says in there that they're gonna give it to Sally. I don't, I'm not
fifteen
trying to make
thousand
sense.
was, yeah, 15,000 is not going to keep her in that house.
No, not by a
So
lot.
I
I
mean,
mean, but do y'all believe for a minute that any of the money has gone toward to Sally as far as not rent? I'm talking about
no,
just here's we got some money, mom. Here's no, and
no. Instead, they're over there wanting her to buy them food.
right.
If they bought
So
a table, they could have given that money to Sally, but she needed a table.
The
Well,
thing is that
and for what purpose? Not to eat on.
No.
So
they're not gonna keep being able to raise this rent every month. It's gonna come to an end,
right.
and then what are they gonna do with no plan B?
is the
What?
rent the same as the mortgage?
Yes.
Well,
Okay.
we're blamed for Sally moving out. We're, because we brainwashed her. That's absolutely not true. And you do get the bulk of the blame, D. I'm sorry about
That's
that,
okay.
but
That's
you
all
know,
right.
but yeah, Jamie, the donations will stop, and even if they didn't, it's still not enough. Um, it's
No,
it's not enough. It's not, and there's no shame in admitting that. She only uses
he
two
knows it.
rooms. Two rooms in the home. She uses obviously they need a kitchen, but she uses we call it a great room, but she uses the main room that they sit in, which is now like that
It was a dining room area, I
dining
think,
room. Okay,
prior.
but so basically they use that room and the bedroom. That's all she needs, plus a kitchen. They don't have guests over to spend the night. They just don't. I mean, and they certainly don't need offices.
I've
And it's
never
just
seen
not
them have
loving.
company. I mean, I've seen them have company, but not very often.
Right. So I mean, but fine. I just don't.
You
Big
try
Mom
to.
says I think Plan B is renting out the other part of the house. That would
They
Sally make a
cannot
good
have
idea?
renter. If she's a renter, she cannot rent out a part of that house.
Right, because she doesn't own it, and you
That's
can
the
Right.
call
sub.
it.
That's called sub renting, and you can't do
Right.
that.
But she
No.
doesn't care about that. Rules are for
No.
other people. She'll do it
Rules are
Exactly.
anyway.
not for unicorns.
Yeah.
Damn.
She'll
Mm.
do it anyway unless somebody stops her.
And nobody's going to stop her. Nobody stopped her yet.
No.
No. And that's sad because in a way, y'all,
She's a
I'm gonna stick up
cockroach.
for Jerry for a minute, but if Jerry's allowed to do things, you can't really blame Jerry for thinking she will be allowed to continue to do things. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yep.
Yep.
No, just because you're doing, I mean, you can do something doesn't mean you should. If
That's
No.
you're
right.
a good person, you wouldn't be trying to rip off somebody.
Well, there it is right there. She's
Yep.
not a good person.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, that's just been debunked.
Your own
Yes, she's not
family,
a good
where
person.
are they? I know they live far away, but where are
Her
they?
family doesn't give a shit.
So it's,
They
I
don't,
mean,
I think when they moved to Missouri, there was probably a collective
because
sigh of
I
relief.
don't think Jerry ever
Well,
gave a
they
shit
had
about
planned on
them.
moving to Missouri, I think, prior to the national disaster, Superstorm Sandy. I think they'd already planned on moving to
Now,
Missouri.
Diane, you know what the article said.
No, because I think it said they had planned on.
You know
What the
what that
article?
article said.
What did it say?
The article said they had to move down here to take care of
Yeah,
That
Sally with
Jim's
dementia.
mom. Right.
Like,
She had
stop.
to mention she's going to be needing somebody to take care of her. Instead, look what happened. Somebody had to take
Right.
care of her ass.
right.
I
Like,
can't
how is
really
it the
say.
loving thing to do? Another question I would have is how is it the loving thing to do to berate someone, basically telling them all the time that they have dementia when it turns out that they aced the test and only got 1 point off? Basically, they got an A+ on the dementia test. So then
Right.
she
And
has
she's
to.
had the senile dementia for over, what, 6, 7 years?
Mhm.
No. Even
That's not
on
how that works.
medication, it
What?
still progresses.
Yeah, it's not
If it
how it
hadn't
works.
been for all of us in this community that supported Sally and that had helped her, uh, to tell her she can do it, she needed to get out of that house, you know, months of doing that. I mean, I think it gave her the confidence to do it. And I think if that hadn't have happened, she'd still be sitting in there. And I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. If she had, if If it wasn't for this community, I think that Sally would. I don't even
Oh,
know if Sally'd be here right now.
well, you know what? And if you look at Sally, um,
And
way
look at
back
her.
when you first looked at her, she looked pretty good, right? And
Hmm.
then you gradually seen her um
Hmm.
looking more tired, looking more, you know,
Yep.
drawn
Now
out,
look
looking
at
more
her.
thinner. But I think that was the stress of residing there with them
hundred
prior to the
percent.
cancer diagnosis. I'm even speaking prior to the cancer diagnosis.
Yes.
Then I believe it got worse and worse. She got to the point where she couldn't take it any longer. So she had to do what she had to do. And it was the healthiest choice for her, which
Hmm.
I'm proud that she did this, because how difficult hearing someone yell all the time, maybe hearing people arguing. Then the dog came into the
The
situation, then the barking.
smell.
Gosh, no.
The smell.
And Sally said, right,
Body
Dee.
odor. Body odor is. I bet Sally's over there just living her clean air life, you know?
Hmm.
I'm so sensitive
She's
to
living
smells.
her
That
clean air era.
yeah. The noises and smells alone would have made me I don't know. I think I mentally would have had some sort of a break. I really do after that long. So
Hmm.
Sally's a very strong woman too to be able to take it
As long as she
as
did.
long as she did. That is
I could, you know what? I can't take the smell because I'm not good with odors. Ugh. Um, the kitchen sink, if the kitchen sink has dishes on the counter, I can't. I would have to be getting up and doing their damn dishes,
Yeah.
because I can't go to sleep because there's all these dishes and the counters are dirty. To put up with that, and
Mm-mm.
uh, just knowing that I'm living in a home with a person that doesn't like the shower. There's an odor, and I would have
She
to
only
say
doesn't
something.
like it. She don't do it. They said somebody said it'd been 3 months since she took a shower. Is that right?
I don't know. She might be showering more now that she has this new aid, but there were times when I think she went months without.
oh, that's a for sure. She did get
Yeah.
months. And I
Well,
don't believe that that
she
is
went months without washing
mentally
her hands.
healthy.
Yeah.
She
I mean,
went
she talks
months.
about Sally being having dementia. How is it mentally healthy to go months without showering? I don't believe that that's mentally healthy.
It's not.
No,
And I think Jim has said it before too. He doesn't take a regular shower. He
No.
said
no,
that
he
before.
forgets. But
He
he
forgets.
forgets.
See, he
But
forgets. But
he
he's the
forgets. But
one.
hold on, it's scheduled in his phone to take a nap every day for 3 hours. You
Y'all,
What?
you talk about having a break. That right there, because I don't do well being
He
told what to do.
sets an
I cannot
alarm.
imagine having an alarm all the time. I just feel like it infantilizes him. You know what I mean? Like it
Hmm.
basically I just feel like they bring out the worst in each other, and I hate to say that, but I feel like that's you know because she makes him feel like he can't do anything.
Hmm.
Here's a good one. Amy said, Sally, have they even started the process of getting qualified for a mortgage? Sally says, Amy, they can't. Jerry finally confessed to that after
Mhm,
6 months, and
mhm.
you didn't make up a plan B. Now, see, back in the day, I'd be yelling this at
Right.
the computer, and I'm holding it back. I'm taking it down 3 notches. But what the F have you been sitting on your butt doing then? If you knew you couldn't afford it, they one, thought Sally really wasn't going to leave. They two, didn't think maybe her grant or whatever it was going to happen. Or three, they think they can get her to move back with them if they have a difficult time or they play health issues.
And Dee, let me ask this. So, if Rebecca's listening, please tell me, because I do believe you have a good head on your shoulders. How is it the loving thing to do to not say to literally not try to just light a fire under your friend? Tough love. I would be like, look, you're just gonna have to hate me then. Who are we calling today? I'm gonna get on the phone with you. You can't afford this place. You're gonna be out on the street. I don't want that
I
for
don't
you.
think they're that close of
No, I
friends to
wouldn't
her
want
to
anyone
tell her that.
homeless.
But if that's not the case and you're not that close, how is it also not the loving thing to, or to me, it's not a loving thing to do to sit there and be like, okay, it's okay that you're basically financially bleeding someone dry,
Right.
or it's okay that, you know, so many
Well,
things,
if we can't change Jerry, we got to change Sally.
right.
Well, you know what it's going to
Good
be?
point,
He's
Katie.
going to have Jim play because Jim's in my comments. I found a couple that were held on the
You're so
Chromebook.
nice, Joni.
Um, Being like, it's the love of my mom. I worry about how she is. I love my mom. Mom, remember, Dad would want me to take care of you.
Oh,
Jim, don't.
that's
Don't do it
manipulation.
because
No,
your dad would not have
Manipulation.
wanted you for you and Jerry to take advantage for her for years, of her for years. And now you're trying to play nice. Now, the best thing to do is if your wife isn't willing to call Section 8 or go to Section 8 and get on it, your best step would be to go ahead and do it yourself. Be the man that you are, get in that van, go where you need to go, and get these done. If Jerry questions you where you're going, you have business to take care of. She's not going to chase you out of that house.
right.
Sorry.
No, that's so true.
So,
Yeah, Amy's right.
Sally,
If they end up homeless, it'll be the haters' fault. That'll be our fault. The fact that they,
I
lose the
don't care.
home. Yeah, it was all our fault, that Sally started talking to us, and that is not true. It's just not true. You have had months to prepare.
See, we don't brainwash people.
No.
No.
Y'all, again, I do. If even if that was what y'all were doing, I know y'all and you. If it was what I was doing, you'd be like, "Look, I don't want any part of that. I don't want Sally to wake up one day and be like, "What have I done? I don't want to be here. I want to be back." She is so happy and
Right.
so excited to
I
be in
did
her
go
new
She
down
wouldn't
the
life.
have done
rabbit
it
hole.
if she didn't want to do it.
I went down the rabbit hole where I was mean and I was saying terrible things and I was doing lives with different people and you know what I mean? I'm not going to say I didn't do it. I did. I'm
Hmm.
sorry for that. Those are gone.
Right.
They're gone.
Same. I
And I
don't
Anyways,
ever
they're
want
gone.
to be mean. Just, like I would get mad. I just got so angry. And I was really very angry at myself that I supported her for so long. And I just didn't understand why she just wasn't what I thought she was. You know what I mean? In the beginning, I thought, well, she's different, but at least she wants to make a go of something with her channel. And she's doing these crafts. And, I told you I almost donated to her. But this is just, it's, when somebody's the common denominator, it's not, it's just like I always say this, it's statistically not possible for this many people to be wrong.
right.
This many people. It's not a cult of hate Jerry the way they like to make it sound. Not at all. All of the women, and I think there's a couple men, but we're all very different. We have different opinions. Some thought she was sick, some didn't. Some thought she had cancer, some didn't. Some think it's stage 4, some don't. But everybody agrees that it's wrong to demean and to abuse your elderly mother-in-law or
Yeah.
to
Or
expect
your
to
mother.
pay
He
your
does it
way.
too.
Right, your mother.
Yeah.
So or your husband, or, and that people have said we want to break them up. No, not at all.
Oh no.
I don't want that on me either. I'm not trying to break him up. Do I
No.
wish that he could stand up for himself more and that kind of thing? Yes, but that's just not going to happen as long
What
as
would
he's
we get out of it?
right. Okay,
Nothing.
that is such a good point. I wanted to make that not that long ago. I think it was on like the last live that I was on with Dee. What do we gain from that? It's not like we get a trophy or something, or we get to, do a victory tour.
Right. That's
Mm-mm.
ridiculous.
Okay, so when Sally moved, that was a huge thing because it's a big thing in her life, but we still aren't different people. Okay, so
Well,
it's
you do remember where Jim said mom doesn't know what she wants. She doesn't know if she's moving yet. And she said right to him in that live, I
I
am. Yes, I
know.
am.
I
right,
So
know.
right there, she gave you a definite. And that was like 5 months prior to Sally moving out.
right.
He only hears what he wants to hear.
I'm very concerned that Jim does have some sort of dementia, though.
Well, me
Well,
too.
y'all, the amount of Benadryl, it is now. This isn't on Bob's website. Okay, it has now been proven, at least on several credible websites, if you do your research, that taking Benadryl irregularly isn't
Regularly.
bad. But if you're taking it daily, there are studies that now show that it leads to memory loss. And he doesn't know what she gives him daily. He said
And she's
before, "Am I on this? Am I on that?"
It's
I mean,
She
sad.
fed him that for years. Years. Daily.
Hmm.
2 in the
mhm.
morning, 2 at
Still
night.
takes it.
It's no wonder
That's
he's
why.
tired all
That's
the
why he
time.
takes 3 hour naps.
With
oh, that's why. Yeah,
melatonin.
I would be a zombie
And
if I
then,
took
well, no,
during the day.
yeah,
I'd get nothing
Benadryl
done.
and then Ritalin. I mean, his body don't know what to do. It's a wonder he don't have a heart attack.
No,
Up and
seriously, Kimmy,
down,
I've
up
worried
and
about that
down.
before. Yeah,
Hmm.
Like, I think he's only
Okay.
up maybe 9 hours in a day.
that is not.
I don't think he's up that long.
No.
Mm-mm.
How is that normal?
It's
I
It's
mean,
not.
not.
That's why he can't function.
Hmm.
but have you noticed? Okay, you guys, have you ever
He
noticed like on
get
a
off
day where
all
you
that
work?
medicine except
Is
for
this
what.
me? But do you find the days like, let's say a day you work, do you get more
Yeah,
done when
then
you're
I'll
at
take
home on
that.
those days too? Versus,
What?
in other words, like when I'm up and doing stuff, I get more done
Oh,
on the
yeah.
days where you know what I mean? Like, for instance, when I worked outside the home, I would come home and on some days do more after working a full day than I would on a Saturday
Oh
where,
yeah,
Hmm.
because every day we'll say, well, we'll do it tomorrow.
right. And so it's so easy. It's like,
Uh-huh.
it's basically it just breeds more laziness. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because
Right.
you're used to doing nothing. And so, and I swear to you, you just get more tired, you know,
Hmm.
Right. Yeah, I
because
got more done whenever I worked
Yeah.
full
When
time.
I was working, because like I told you, I work a full time and a part time, a lot when my kids were growing up. I'd come home and I would think the weekend I wanted for me and my kids. So I'd stay up to 2 o'clock in the morning doing
Cleaning
laundry, getting all
house.
that done,
Hmm.
cleaning. So that way on a Saturday, it was a light cleaning and boom, we got to do things.
oh
Right.
yeah, that's
Hmm.
awesome, D. I do the same here, not because of kids, but because of, I want our weekends to be fun. I mean, we're
Right.
doing some spring cleaning now because it's spring and we're trying to do some big cleaning. But for the most part, I do that at night too with dinner. I want to get everything done so that I can have the evening to spend with my husband because he goes to bed kind of early.
Right.
So everybody figures out for them how to work their day, but why, when you basically do nothing, do you need a giant calendar with all of these appointments? If they were really doing stuff at the home, they would show us. I believe that this is caused, both of them are very depressed. I believe that. I'm no professional, but I think that this just causes more depression, more anger, bitterness. And Jim, we all know Jim well enough to know that. Don't you guys agree that once they get into a smaller place and he's not worried daily, hourly about how they're going to afford to stay or what they're going to, what is Jerry going to do when they lose that house? Who knows what she's having to tell him now? Maybe the gardening is a deflection of that. Like to get his mind off of that. I don't know, but it seems like it's always something, the RV or moving to Colorado or whatever it is, camping,
Yeah.
something to
Yeah.
get Jim's mind off things. I truly believe Jim's very depressed. I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that, oh, Big Mama says that level of exhaustion is often depression. Agree. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um,
Not bathing is
Yes.
yeah.
You feel better. I'm sorry. After
yeah.
a good shower or bath or for me, even if I'm
Absolutely. How do you
aching.
not look forward to it, Dee? Like a hot shower, it makes your
Yeah.
body feel
Oh,
better.
I know.
Girl, I go in
Uh,
there and I light 2 candles. I shut all the lights
we
off.
know about your bathing.
Girl, I know you've been
Bathing.
peeping. You've been
You
peeping.
I'm the
You're
peeper. Yes.
you're my little
Yes.
creeper girlfriend.
I
But
am.
anyways, because I'll text
I'm.
Timmy I'm in the bath and she's I can see you now.
Hmm.
But I will. I'll take my phone in there
Drinking your
and like I'll
Dunkin'.
watch YouTube or you know what? I'll chit chat in the Discord and I'm in the bath. Y'all don't know, but
Yeah,
yep.
you told us.
shoot. I don't.
There's no shame in my game though. You know what I mean? I'll be honest. If I'm in the tub, I'm in the
You were
tub.
sending us pictures one night.
Well,
By
tonight, you
laying.
guys, my husband, when he found out I was doing the
Tonight.
live, he went upstairs and got in a hot bath and turned on the jets, and he laid
Oh
in
yeah.
there listening to a podcast and stuff. And he puts in some of that Epsom salts
Epsom
for his
salt.
muscles,
Yeah.
and makes it as hot, like it's way too hot for me. That man,
Mine's so hot, my skin is all red.
I have to
mine,
get
I
one.
feel like mine's pretty warm, but
It better
his
not
is
get too
blazing.
hot. Then I got to put cool water in it.
Mm-mm.
Put it down a little bit.
But then he feels good. You know what I mean? Like it makes him feel so relaxed and so, I mean, and I don't understand that. I just feel like that's more depression. Why do you not want to feel good about yourself or at least make your body feel better to feel, because I've said before, I hate that feeling of being sweaty, you
This
know?
is 100% true, right here. Jerry tried to drill dementia into Sally's head, but she is still too strong. But she drills
Yeah.
Jim's ailments into his soft head. You know what? That is
Mark,
so
that's
true.
so
And
true.
what she does is plays a mind game, makes people try to believe of what she is saying and doing is true, which can really mind F a person up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not to be rude, I'm not going to curse, but it really does. It will mess someone up and make them believe it. But if you seen Jim when he was laying those floors and scooting around that floor, his
Hmm.
back was not bad. When Jim was working at the college, he did better. He looked better. I'm
Yes.
sure working was great for him to get away for a while.
Hmm.
When Jim wasn't there, who would sometimes help Jerry with lunch? It would be Sally, but she's incapable of doing things? No,
Oh,
and I almost cursed, sorry.
Well, I agree with
I mean,
every bit of
Sally
that.
is cooking and eating and
Hmm.
shoot.
Yeah. And it's crazy that they feel like she needs to eat the amount that they eat, you know?
No. Jim's
Everybody's
got
appetite
diabetes
She's
isn't
now.
the
big.
same. Do
Now,
what, dear?
if Jerry's such a loving husband or loving wife, oof, if Jerry's such a loving wife, she knows diabetes ran in the family. Jerry has diabetes, right? You would make sure that your husband and you would prepare better meals. You would
Right.
not bring in the ding dongs and ho hos, and you wouldn't do that. But the only thing she picked on was his Mountain Dew.
Yes.
That was the only thing she picked on.
And the
That
only
Mountain
thing he
Dew didn't make
truly
him a
loves.
diabetic.
No.
The ding dongs, the ho hos, the ice creams,
Because that's
the
what she likes. She doesn't
all the
like the Mountain Dew.
That's a good point, Kimmy. She doesn't want that gone, so she's not going to pick on that. She doesn't drink
right.
soda. So
Right.
the soda's fair game.
Hmm.
That is a very good point. I mean, you notice she's made snide remarks about Sally's soda before.
Hmm.
My
Yep.
goodness, the woman was providing a home for you for 2 years.
Let her
And then
drink
when
all the Coke
confronted
she
about it,
wants.
do you remember they literally said all she
Yeah.
does is pay the mortgage? All she does. Good Lord.
Also, plus the phone, which it was their cell phones, the watches, the service for
Yeah.
their watches, and the internet at that point,
But again,
and
that's another point of
the lawn
why
care.
people get so frustrated. It's so easy to sit there and say, "Oh, y'all are just haters. You're just mean to her. You're this, you're that." Okay, for people that has supported her for years, to hear her say things about Sally, who is so sweet and has been so kind and loving to them, to see them sit there and say things like, "Well, all she did was pay the mortgage." Or to hear them say things like, "Well, once she met them, she started being less giving to us." They're in their 50s. For heaven's sake, is Sally supposed to have to pay for them forever? How is that a loving thing? Because they want to make us the haters. Well, how is it a loving thing to feel that Sally should be strapped to them, paying for them forever? Because even if you hate Sally's guts, even if you just detest her, how is it a loving thing for Jerry and Jim, who have never lived outside of mooching off of, and I hate to say it like that, but it's the only way to say it, mooching off of an older adult? So what are they going to do when she's gone? Is this going to be Weekend at Bernie's? Sorry, Sally, I don't mean to, but I mean, no one lives forever. Okay. So to me, Jim is not at all prepared to live on his own. Dee has pointed out before, Jerry, how are you not preparing him?
Right.
My
Loving
gosh,
wife.
we're more worried about him than you are.
Yeah.
Why would you want to leave him with
We
a
were
house
more
he can't
worried about their
afford?
mother, his mom, and
Yes,
and her
his own mama.
mother-in-law than they were.
gosh, it's so sad. I just wish
To give them
that people
give
would
her
try
more
to
support.
amen.
Hmm.
So I just, I mean, call us haters all you want, or say that we're just trying to vilify or whatever. But until you're willing to look at things from both sides and see why people got this way, I don't feel that you're coming at things from a fair point of view. That's
Well,
all I'm saying.
I really don't think it's Jerry and supporters at all. I just think it's bitter women out there. I
Mhm.
don't think
Yes,
it's really Jerry Ann supporters whatsoever. And I don't think Jerry Ann supporters told her to post a wish list or a housewarming.
I
I
think
think
that's a bunch of
some
bull.
hater told her. I
Yes.
don't know. I didn't watch it yet,
Or
but I don't know.
nobody's told her.
Well, no, somebody did, but I think it was
Oh, they
probably
did.
partly curiosity. Go ahead, Jerry. We'd like to see what you'd post or something. I don't know. I'm not that person, so I don't know. But,
So
um,
one person tells her and she does it.
of
Well, why don't
course.
one
I mean,
person tell her to go take a shower? She don't do
yeah.
that.
Mhm.
Or call Section 8,
Right.
or and that's another thing I don't get. Why are you too good for Section 8, but you take every handout there is? Some
Right.
people would be embarrassed about taking food stamps. I know it's not called food stamps anymore, but some people would be embarrassed about that. She's not embarrassed about that. Some people would be embarrassed about going to the food bank. She sends Jim twice a month. Well,
She
if you
sends
can
Jim.
afford
That's
all
the
these things,
key. She don't have to do nothing. She don't waste a half a spoon.
no, half a spoon.
She don't even waste a fourth of that spoon
Yeah.
because she don't have to do anything.
No. Mm-mm.
No, and she makes Jim set out. There's so many alarms on his phone. Do you guys get it?
Jim cashed
And
out his 401k.
Mhm.
his life's
He did.
paused.
He did. How sad, you know?
Yeah, he probably didn't have much in it.
And
No.
Lainey's right. She does think she's entitled to that house. I mean,
Yep.
under her thinking, did you guys know that every place that you've rented, that's your house? If you've rented it and you've paid your rent in good faith, that's your house. You at least, and if the owner
Mhm.
sells it, you have a claim towards some of that money. That is insane. It's lunacy. It's not one bit true.
Right.
But, I think she's really angry that the dementia was because I think she was holding on to that. Don't you, Jan?
Yep.
That was
100%.
her big deal. That was her playing card, her ace in the hole. She was going to try to get power of attorney.
I don't think she's done with it either.
No, she's
No.
still
No,
trying.
she's trying. She's gonna scheme something. You wait and see.
Mhm.
And it's gonna be something to do with Jim.
Yep.
And I would love to one more time say, how is it a loving thing to support someone who wants to try to get someone declared incompetent to get their finances? Sally says herself, put this up, D, please.
Oh, hon. Which one?
She's still holding on to that about the POA.
The dementia, I
Tell
think,
her
right?
Yeah,
to
Is it the POA or the dementia?
or maybe both, but she's definitely saying about the dementia, right, Sally? Or maybe the POA, I don't know, but either way, we've always thought that was once it became clear how much they were having Sally pay for them. Our fear was that she was trying to get POA, the
Right.
dementia. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But again, how is that a kind thing to say to your loved one? Okay, look, I didn't even graduate from high school, but your doctor is wrong.
Mhm.
Right.
He's wrong. She's wrong. They gave you the wrong test. Why? Oh, TikTok told me to. Ask yourself who has something to gain from Sally having dementia?
Jerry and Jim.
Mhm.
Exactly. Because they want the POA, and once they get the POA, guess who's going to be home in a hop, skip, and a jump?
but she's
Guess
not
who's gonna be screwed is gonna be Sally. And
Mhm.
you know
100%.
what? No one. They just want to convince the bank or whatever that she has it or something.
Mhm.
And
Mark
it
my
doesn't
word.
work like that. It just doesn't
why
work
would
like
she
that.
give somebody POA that's sitting there trying to get her deemed incompetent?
Right.
Because
Well,
that's
but
what you're
thank God it
doing
doesn't
when
work
when
like
she
that,
gets
you
that
guys.
dementia slapped on there. That is incompetent.
But can you imagine how scary a world it would be if it did work like that? If we
Scary.
were think about how many times a mother-in-law and a daughter, or mother-in-law and a son-in-law might not get along or something. And all of a
Right.
sudden somebody's able to say, you know what? I'm going to go get their house, their POA, everything. I'm going after them for their dementia.
Look
If
at
it wasn't your friend, you would be like, okay, I'm appalled at that.
Oh
You're going
yeah,
to
that's
do it?
right. She did say that.
Right. So,
Well,
Dee Denny said she said in the video if she wanted her money, she could get it. She's
yes,
that smart, remember?
we played it. We played it on here
yeah.
There
before.
you go,
Yeah.
Sally.
I'm smart enough. If I wanted it, I'd get it. And I think she thought that that would make us all say, well, dang, she just admitted it. So she's obviously not actually trying to get it. But she
Yeah, she
has been
is.
trying to get it.
She's a
And she,
narcissist.
yeah. So, I mean, and thankfully, Sally says there's not going to be a
That's really
POA. Do
nice.
we need to screenshot that? I mean,
Don't
there's
forget.
not going to be a POA. And here's the thing, that's because she doesn't need one. How insulting and mean is it
Well,
to
she
make her
wants a
think she
POA on
does?
that house.
Jim, if you're in here watching, you see what Sally wrote.
And
Not
I
There's not going to
know
be a there's not
Jim
going to
and
be
Jerry
a
watch. They
POA.
might act like they don't, but they do. It just gets the best of you. I'm not even going to say Rebecca might not maybe in here. I don't know if she's doing something else tonight because someone that could stand up for a woman like that after watching her for all those years. And Rebecca, I guess Jerry and her have been friends for some time. I don't know. I
I
don't
don't
know. I got
know.
a bad vibe. Bad vibe.
my concern is where is Jerry going next? Like if she's exhausted with
Where's the
the dementia
hospice?
thing, where
Anyone
no,
remember 3, 4 months ago Jerry contacted hospice because
Hmm.
she was chose to do no treatment? Anyone remember?
no.
Anyone remember that she was going to go to a cancer trial center and Jim and her, or Jim, was in a bad mood, so they decided not to go, but they went to that gas station to use that gas gift card. So, I mean, I'm sure they got gas, but what else did they do? They turned around and came back. Then she
right.
said that was her second cancel. We never knew about it first, but that
But
was her
that's
second
theft.
cancellation.
Okay. So that's theft. That's not what the card was to be used
Correct.
for. And, to sit there and call us haters, God's not okay with fraud. Okay. He's just not. He's not okay with fraud.
Right.
So to sit there and lie to get a gift card and to only use it for Red Bulls or candy or whatever kind of cookies and cakes and then not even go to the appointment, that could have gone to somebody
Somebody
who was
else.
actually going to go to their appointment.
Correct.
Those things matter. They just do. It shows such deception and deceit. It is just, or to take up a place in a trial and then never go or
Yeah.
never use that trial. Y'all,
Right.
if that was my friend, I'd be like, look, I'm appalled at that. If that was any one of you, and I know you wouldn't do it, but I'd be like, what? Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just, I would say that to you. I'd hope you'd say it to me because that's a crappy thing to do. And none of us up here say we're perfect people, not by any means, okay? I mean, but I don't, for heaven's sake, you can't be, she's gotten out, she's living by herself, and the only way you're going to be happy is if she can't sign over the house to you. You do know it doesn't work like that. That's not how it works. And I think she knows that now. Like she's admitted now that they can't afford the house. But Jan, where were you going a second ago when you said where's she going next? What do you mean by that? I'm intrigued.
What's her next scheme? How
Like
low
her
is she
next
gonna
move? Okay.
how low is she gonna go when the dementia card is played and it's not working? What's next? Because I don't think she's met her limit yet. I don't think she's hit rock.
No, I agree.
I don't think
And
it
y'all,
ends
that was
until
such a low.
yeah.
I mean, to still be peppering her about the dementia and to sit there and say to her, your doctor was wrong. What?
Right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Do you realize that's the same as saying to somebody, let's say they came home and they said, hey, I got a great result. The doctor said it isn't cancer. Well, you know what?
Right.
Your doctor's wrong.
Hmm.
They're wrong. What? So and the couple of things that Sally has told us has happened to her as far as dementia, why would her doctor be taking her off meds? Why would there be no progression? Why would she, and in years, you guys, not months, years, no
And
progress.
why is she still bitter? How come she's not humbled herself? Most people I know that's been, struck with cancer,
Oh my
or
God.
that, I mean, they're
Uh,
not assholes.
Mm-hmm.
They're not worried about Ritalin.
No,
They're
No.
worried about,
or
is my
skeeving
husband
somebody.
prepared to live without me? There's a big one. Is my husband prepared? Because Jim is not ready to live without Jerry or Sally. That's
Right. And
why,
that's where you would think Jerry would, as a loving wife, and if
yes.
she knew she had stage 4, she would, okay, we need to do that. Like every family member, friend that were passing away got their things in order. Even like my brother, he got rid of some things prior to passing away because they gave him 6 months or less. And he was putting on IV, what do you call it? He did immune therapy as well. Oh, chemotherapy. And his bag would take like 6 flipping hours. He would be so sick. But in his mind, he must have knew because he did get rid of things, but he kept certain things like memories and like, what is Jerry? I don't know. I don't get it.
Well, it's unlike anything anybody's seen.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing where it's not two or three people. It's not 20% of her, subs. It's 99% of her subs. The people she has in her corner now, we know that 3 or 4 of them are trolls, literally trolls. Okay. So there's only like a few, there's a handful, and that's it. And those are the same people where I'm like, to an alcoholic, do you say, hey, let's go to the liquor store? Come on, let's go get. Why is it friendship to you to tell somebody what they want to hear? And I get it. She doesn't listen. I get it. That's her thing. She shuts people down, and that kind of thing. But how is it? I just keep coming back to that because we're called haters, but you are basically supporting her hurting herself. Dee has said that for years. It's not loving to sit there and eat yourself into oblivion. She's gained another 100-something pounds. That should be worrying. I would be so freaked out if I was her. And no one
Mhm.
in all these years of experience, 2 people on this panel have medical experience. I mean, like big time medical experience. They didn't work at a group home and give people meds. Okay. That's what Jerry and I both did. That doesn't give either one of us a bit of medical experience. Okay. I'm not at all qualified to tell you how to do anything medically just because I gave people medicine for 5 years. It just, no. Okay. Same with Jerry. But 2 people on this panel have been nurses, and you guys have even never seen somebody with stage 4 gain over 100 pounds.
No,
No.
I haven't.
Nope.
It's like nothing is like anything we've ever seen. So, I mean, just for this many people to be wrong, it just,
To be wrong.
yeah. Eugene says the same could be said about her cancer. Just because the doctor said it is true, white is white, black is black. So Sally doesn't have dementia. Prove it.
Mm-hmm.
And we all said we cannot wait for Sally to go and take her test. And we knew, you guys, that there was a chance. There was a chance that they might say she had dementia. It could happen.
Correct.
We just knew that, I mean, everything we saw, again, with life experience, and especially the people here that have medical experience, were like, she does not have dementia. We've interacted with her long enough where you start to see those chinks and cracks in the person's armor. If they have dementia, they start to repeat themselves a lot. Like I told you about our friend that has early onset Alzheimer's. She'd come to my house and she would ask where my bathroom was 3 different times. You know what I mean? Or just stuff like that, where she didn't know how to get to my house after she had been here many, 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 many times. So but if you just were to have a short conversation with her, you might think she was okay. No, we've gone way past that with Sally. Talked to her for hours, like on lives, had her on a live and that kind of thing, where we would have seen something, but we still didn't know. And we thought, okay, at least once she gets this determination, we'll know, or, Jerry will at least know. No, that wasn't good enough for Jerry because she didn't like the answer.
Right.
Don't you guys think that was what she wanted? She wanted to say, okay, Sally, I need you to sign that POA over.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to
Yeah.
take care of you. Don't worry. This is
Right.
not a bad thing, Mom. God, it gives me chills. I can hear her right now. This is not a bad thing, Mom. You know, we're going to take care of you the way you have the past few years, past 11 years.
Right.
She's paid for everything for you guys. Yes, you've paid for some things here and there, but you're 50 something years old and you
Oh,
just,
sorry. Sally says Jerry was so worried I'd be very disoriented in my new place. That is what Jerry had said about herself as well. If
Mm-hmm.
I moved, and I couldn't see because I'm legally blind and I know where things are here. Do you remember her saying that? Because I'll find it. She did
Mm-hmm.
it in a live.
Yep.
And she could remember where things are by touching or feeling if, she had to walk. She knows how many steps to her bathroom. No, Jerry. Now you put that on Sally. You don't, once you get in your new place, you do learn it. If you're legally blind, you'll get like a cane and it'll go back and forth and you will feel it. You will count your steps. You will remember. It happens. The
wow.
physical therapy will treat you and teach you how to do those things. But don't put it on Jerry or Sally all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's disgusting. I know I say that word a lot, but it's better than cursing.
Well, that's a perfect word for it. That is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's really disgusting. As far as the lawn care, Sally's not being, paying for that any longer. So Jim has to take care of that, or they have to pay for it. Which, with with the rent, the price of the mortgage, there's not going to be money left over for that.
Nope.
So Jim, are you going to mow the lawn once a week and
They didn't
not
budget for that.
right, but not doing it too like you said, I'll mow it one day and then go mow it the next day. No, that's really not how it should be done. So if your batteries don't last the full mowing the lawn, then the Dave and Sissy deal should end for a bit, and you get 2 or 3 batteries, have them all charged up. So when one dies, boom, pop the other in, go finish it. You should have got a big boy lawnmower with that was gas that you just pull it. That's what I do. Have to pull it to start it.
Well, and
And
Jerry loves to say that the math isn't mathing. That's her thing. She got think from TikTok. She loves to say the
Yeah.
math isn't mathing. They do not bring in enough money to pay the mortgage on its own. That's without spending even a single dollar on a Dave and Sissy deal. Even with every bit of money they get, which is her 900 something dollars a month, that's still not enough to make the mortgage or the rent payment. So no matter what, they're going to have to be figuring out something to piecemeal stuff. It is just, I cannot think of a more stressful situation than
Hmm.
them, doing this. There is no money left over for a single bill. There's not even enough to make the rent or the mortgage. And yes, they paid it. Fine. They've got a fundraiser to dip into, or they've got whatever. However, they're not going to be able to figure it out for every month.
but
And I don't
yet
say
they
that to be
couldn't
mean.
cost Sally $300-400 a month.
Thank
Figure
you.
that one out.
How is that loving? Again, we're the haters, but how is it loving to sit there and buy all these things, like you pointed out, Dee, about those sheet organizers at $30 a piece, when you couldn't
Yeah,
even give Sally $100? She's paid for you for 2 years to include giving you thousands to pay down your credit card and paying thousands in pipe damage where you stuffed wipes down the toilet because it was too hard to put them in the trash. So that's thousands and thousands and
She
thousands that
didn't
Sally
care.
would
and
have.
how are you not intelligent enough to
She
know they
she didn't
don't
have to
break
pay
down?
for it, so why should she care?
Yeah, she don't
Mm-hmm.
care.
Exactly.
Mm-mm.
You know how long they take to break down?
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, no kidding. But now she is acknowledging. She's saying, "Well, we'd like to pay mom back on that." Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can't get blood from a. Is that channel? Oh, I'm like Biff, you guys. I always mess these things up. What is it? Blood from a turnip, or is it something from a turnip? Turnip gets. Who knows? Okay, y'all, I'm gonna butcher it, but you can't. Jerry, fine. We know you don't have the money to pay Sally back for these things, but do you understand those thousands of dollars that Sally would now have that she could use to take trips? She could use for further security in her life. She could use to, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Put 100 away for shopping.
Right.
Mhm.
She could get you guys maybe a nice thing every now and then, whatever. She had to spend it all on these things and to pay down your credit cards. Meanwhile, you, again, like Dee said, you weren't willing to give her even $100 towards rent.
Or pay your
So
phone bill.
no, not even pay your own phone bill. 55 years old, not willing to pay your own phone bill. I
Mhm.
mean, the one you pointed out, Dee, was only going to be 25 a month. Why wouldn't she go for that? I think somebody else, I can't take credit for it, said,
That was for the
okay,
internet
Because
alone.
she
That was
doesn't think she's going to have to move.
well, and she doesn't want to have to pay for her own
No,
stuff. You know,
no, but she doesn't think she's going to have to move. So why even go, worry about stuff like that?
yeah. And you guys, we've said it before. You know, I don't wish homelessness on her, okay?
no.
But they're gonna lose that house. I mean, that's
Yeah.
coming.
Hmm.
Again, you read it here first, and so say that we want that for them. If you know, I mean, we keep getting these hate things saying, "Oh, they're having such and such huge donations behind the scenes." Fine, but I'm still here to tell you, they're gonna lose the house. Okay, they don't make enough money for that,
Yeah.
and they're not getting donated enough money for that. So it's still going to probably take a while. You know, who knows how this is going to happen, but they're going to lose the house. And what a shame for it to go down like that instead of to have, you could have
If
already had
we
a
know
place
it,
lined up.
you think
And
that
you
they
know
would
what? If
know
they
it.
do get a
Crap.
plan
Yeah.
B,
I'm
if
sorry,
they
D,
do,
what?
if they do get a plan B, right, and they get a smaller place, I could see Jerry just leaving half of the junk there for Sally, or having Sally
Hmm.
having someone to pay to go in there to take all that junk out.
Mhm.
Like, okay, they complain about that the house smells of smoke. Does the house not smell a body odor as well? When's the last time you washed those walls? Wash those walls or repaint them. Yeah, I wonder when the last time they washed their curtains. Like, that's a big thing with me. Curtains and windows. Like, when's the last time they did that?
Hmm.
But everything's, Sally smoke. You smell the smoke when you're washing the house, walk in the house. You sure you don't smell your body odor, or are you so used to that it doesn't phase you? I don't know.
Right.
Well, I mean, Big Mama said reality is coming, and that's the truth. Jim says that reality is a farce, but it is. You know, and I'll admit that, you know, there have been times where I've been like, you know, Sally, just put the house up for sale if it's so stressful to you. But this is your decision. You know, it's not our decision. Sally's decision. They think we're hateful because we're saying that, but I truly do believe, and I'm curious if the chat believes this, that Jim will be so, he'll hate it because he's told to hate it, okay? But if Jerry was excited about moving, Jim would be excited
Mhm.
because he
Right, yeah.
loves change.
He
He's
said
the
he loves to move. He likes to change.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, he might not be as excited as he would about moving to Colorado, but if they had a new place, he'd be like, "Okay, I'm going to use this area for this. I'm going to put here." He would be excited.
Yes.
And once he
He would.
gets moved and gets over the anger, which won't be that long, okay? Cuz it's like he's like a kid, you know, he blows off and you just, you know, and but once he gets there, he is going to be so much less stressed when they
You
can
know what?
afford their bills.
Be able to afford their bills, be able to have less space to clean. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Now, she has got dish towels.
Less
Okay, I get
maintenance.
it's a different theme she's going with. Well, you've already got like 50 or more dish towels. How many do you need for two people?
Right.
I don't
So
understand that.
I don't either.
Do you know
but,
that I
you
only
know, it's
use
coming,
bath
and it's
towels?
just a shame how you're going to get there because it's going to be so much more stressful than it had to be. It really is. That cute little place that Jan showed. Think about how much, you know, how much Jerry loves to shop. Okay, I can't take credit for this. Somebody else said this. I'm not going to say who, but somebody else brought up, as much as Jerry loves to shop, think about this, you guys. How much more like serene it would be for Jerry to have, she only uses 2 rooms. This person didn't say all this. You know me, I've always got to say more. But how Jerry, if she had a place that she could afford, she'd have so much more money left to shop.
Exactly.
To go this route, she is going to be so strapped because, like I said, straight out of the gate, they can't afford it. Straight out of the gate, they are in the hole. I don't know exactly how much the mortgage or the rent is, but they're in the hole. I would estimate $300-400 straight out of the gate without even paying for electricity. And she does get that electricity help, but still, without paying for any other bills, they're already 300 to 400 in the hole. If you
That's
go to
it.
a place where you're going to pay what, D, like 300 or something?
Well, if it's 30% of her income, I think it was like 320. You know what I mean? But I mean, if Jerry was, see, if I say this, she might go and do it. And but I'm gonna say
Right.
it.
Don't give
I'm
her
gonna
no
say it.
ideas.
No, you know what? Because I don't want her homeless, okay? But if she were smart, right, and she had got on that Section 8, and they're living where they're living, and Sally wanted them out because of problems with the rent, Jerry could have said, well, oh, well, we know the landlord will take that Section 8 voucher. She's not bright. She's not a teacher. That's all
No.
I'm saying. She could have got help with where she's at right now since Sally has moved out. And yet she chose not to do any of this work but try to scam.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Are you following?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Is the chat following?
Yep.
So if the landlord accepts Section 8 and they're already there, even though it's a 4 bedroom or how many bedrooms, if the landlord would have taken it, she could have been paying a lot less money.
Yep.
But she chose to rather scam Sally, to make Sally like she has dementia, to make her believe that we can apply for the mortgage. Oh, we can afford it. To the last minute say, well, we can't. We won't be able to, apply for the mortgage or be approved. What? You waited 7 months for that? That wasn't smart.
She admitted on the live that she was on with us that she could not qualify for a mortgage. And that
Right.
was months ago.
Yeah. And also, Amy brought up, she said, do you remember when she said the haters caused them not to get it was our fault they didn't get the house in Salem, when that is absolutely 100% not true. Sally admitted on a live that there were problems with the house.
Yeah, wasn't it the electrical or something like that?
Yeah,
And
something
also
like
the
that.
stairs were
Even
narrow
Jim
or
said that.
something?
They were not, yeah. So, regardless, had none of us ever existed, the house wasn't going to work out. But once
Right, it
again,
didn't work
she was
out right.
allowed to put that out there as if it was gospel and if it's, as if it was truth. And it's her channel. She can say those things if she wants, but that's not the truth. I mean, Sally knew better than to buy a place that had issues like that. So, I mean, but it's our fault, just like it's our fault that we've broken up their family. And it's like, what? No, had you listened to your mom, it would involve listening. She had said for months, if not years, that she does better living alone. She was wanting to get her own place. And I can't take credit for this either, but somebody said, the person is in the chat, so let me know if you want to say it was yours. But somebody said, if you didn't know she was moving, if it was such a shock, then why did you get her presents for her new place for Christmas?
Good point.
Just saying. I mean, so you did know. You did know it was a possibility. You might have, not known. I mean, we didn't know if she'd get the funding, but we felt pretty strongly, didn't we, Jan, that she was still going to move.
Mm-hmm.
She just might not be able to get the place that she wanted. And Sally says there are some nice places for not a lot of money. Exactly. Why? Why do you feel too good for the Section 8? I don't get that. Again, I said she takes all these other handouts. Why? I don't get it. Oh, that's a good point. Jerry's mad about not getting the house in Salem, yet Sally's house is Jerry's forever home and she's not leaving there.
Mm-hmm.
Yet another contradiction.
Right. Because it was not her forever home when she was willing to move to Colorado, was she was willing to move to Salem. Well, they were looking for other places. How is this her forever home? And this is where she wants to pass away at.
Great point.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah, Stucken, she did admit that. I didn't remember that until Jan said that. She did do it on the live that night. She did. And I had said all along, I thought Jerry knew. Jerry's smart enough to know that there, again, the math doesn't math. It doesn't work. I mean, you just don't make enough. No bank's going to take that risk because it's not even a risk. It's just, they just be like, are you serious? You're applying for this. You don't even bring in enough money for the payments. So no, it doesn't matter what your credit is. It doesn't matter that you have a $12,000 judgment. It doesn't matter that you don't have a job. It doesn't, none of this matters. You just don't make enough money or don't bring in enough, because she doesn't make that money. She gets given that money, but yeah. And it doesn't work like that somebody just signs over their house. I think Jim thinks sometimes that it does, but it doesn't, and I think we know Sally's not going to co-sign. So that would just, what that would do? That would just, I mean, basically put a chain around Sally's neck.
No, even with a cosigner, they wouldn't qualify because of their income debt to ratio.
Yeah.
It's
That,
true.
I mean, that's not even, I mean, I remember, I'd never known about the debt ratio thing until we bought our house. And I was like, what? And it made perfect sense because they didn't want people to be so house poor that you end up falling behind. So Chatty asked Sally, what do you want? That's a great question. Amy, she admitted it in the live that we all did together, where Jerry was on, and all of us kind of asked her some questions and stuff. So I would love to know what Sally says to that.
And then after that, my Chromebook's about to die, and we've been on 3.5 hours.
Wow.
Time
Yeah,
flies when you're having fun, huh?
I know. I know.
I know. We need to do lives more often.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are fun. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you guys did one not too long ago, but I missed it.
Oh, was it last week? Might have been.
No, I think it was 2 weeks ago because that's when it was
Okay.
when I was at the golf tournament.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Sally
I
wants
enjoyed
peace.
it.
Sorry, I dozed off, guys.
That's
Sorry.
all right, honey. It's getting
I,
late.
I had a
Yeah.
long day with that baby.
I
Whew.
bet.
It's okay. My Chromebook is almost dying, guys. So
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah, it's getting
Oh,
late.
you're
it's
not
I,
come that
hurting, are
night.
you?
I've
That
had
time of
fun bullying you all.
hey,
No, the bullying doesn't come until you're in private.
Oh.
We're gonna
Okay.
get our butt whooped later for
All
something.
right. Let's do it.
You know I'm kidding,
It's
Jenny.
been
I
fun,
don't.
you guys.
You,
I
Kimmy.
it
really did have
has.
a good
We
time.
really do need to do an adult trivia. Is everyone down for an adult trivia? I'll
Yes,
If
yes.
search it.
anyone can think of something, leave it in the comments under a video of Diane's or under this video, um, and leave different ideas.
Oh, because
We'll
I'm
do
so
it.
into so many other things like the Resilient Jenkins and oh, just so many different things. Like there's people that get murdered, and then they find out years later that after the third husband passed away, and this is locally, this is like in Syracuse, that you know the wife was poisoning these husbands with antifreeze.
Wow.
You
Whoa.
know, so there's so
I've
many different
seen
things.
I've seen different documentaries about antifreeze too being used because it's sweet
Sweet,
and it's
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and they put it in like juices and stuff like
yep,
that.
yep. Like a
Yep,
Gatorade,
a Gatorade, yes.
like holy cow, just like, and then there's a new one that the
My
Dad Challenge
gosh.
podcast did with this family, with this lady that's like using these children, like sexually exploiting them as well and stuff. It's just horrific, horrific. So, but it is about to die here. So, guys, it's been fun, and we'll do it again. Let's try to do it next week. Well, next weekend's Easter, so
Yep.
maybe Friday, Good Friday. If not, I don't know if a lot of people do good things on Good Friday or whatever, but we'll see when we could do it again, the ladies, and make sure we could all
Yeah,
get together. But it's been fun.
yeah. Thank you so much, Dee. That's
Thanks,
been
Dee.
fun tonight. Thanks,
Well,
ladies.
Good night.
Good
thanks to
night,
all the
All
all.
right.
mods and
Night,
all of our
gang.
subs for
Night,
coming
gang. You have a
All
in.
right.
good
Talk to you
night.
soon.
Okay.
Good
Bye
night.
bye.
Yo, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. I need to breathe, get me up and out of the sheets, onto my feet. Another cup of coffee and me, that's what I need. My eyes puffy, I can't see. I'm too tired to function, but too lost to sleep. Ay, I think I need to be on something medication. I think I need to figure out the segregation. I think I needed just a better education to understand a world that's so complicated. Intoxicated, every night faded, just so I can sleep thinking that it's Satan. I feel hated, I feel hatred. I'm lost deep in my mind that I've created. I have dreams where my life is devastated. Feel so real that I wake up shaking. Need thicker skin cause this life is no haven. Nod your head if you get what I'm saying. All these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. Yo, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. I don't really think I understand this world now. Got my head spinning round in a circle. Everybody lacks what they need internal, so they compensate with everything external. Not trying to throw shade, no way. I'm just trying to find the meaning of life, hey. There's happiness if you try to live the right way. Forget about what others have and live your life, hey. Be aware of who you are, what you're good at. Take a step forward, see where your foot's at. Stand tall, stand proud, talk loud. Every word out your mouth has purpose now. You just gotta get rid of the bad thoughts. Hating others cause you know that they got a lot. Forget that though, you got plenty. You're alive in this life, you got time, go get it. All these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, I can't think straight, need the light. Oh, all these thoughts keep me up at night. Yeah, what am I doing? Did I do it right? Yeah, all these thoughts keep me up at